Covino, 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 Covino,
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't mind if I do.
Covino and Rich.
Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
You're on the radio.
Whoa! Yeah!
Holy mother nugget! And holy mother meatball!
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go! Wow!
Already? Right off the bat. What up, buddy? This guy's wired. Oh. Spot looks like a strong man. And here we are. Covino and Rich. Protect yourself at all times.
Now,
let's go.
it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but you don't think Spot looks like the quintessential, like, gay bar attendee of the 2000s?
Oh my God.
What's up?
He totally does, because he's wearing jeans and like sassy shoes.
He's wearing jeans, sassy shoes, and a tight tank top.
He totally does. That's so funny.
You should go to the Cage in Hoboken.
I might. Let's be rocking out. It's Covino and Rich.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just pointing it out.
Not at all.
If you were
My
at
two
a bar,
closest friends are gay.
yeah, I mean, come on.
True. Thank you, guys.
Gabagool's right.
Mozzarella.
I thought more about our conversation yesterday. It's fucking embarrassing that Subway calls it capicola and mozzarella. I don't know why that bothered me. I thought about it after our show. I'm like, they're trying to push an Italian sandwich, and they say capicola and mozzarella.
Maybe there's some sort of local mandate in the New York area where they change it. Like, you know how sometimes places will have regional changes?
Yes.
Maybe in the New York area, it is capicola. Or gabagool, I mean, sorry.
Gabagool.
That's possible. They have local
Gabagool.
commercials. They would always air like Joe Torre and Bobby Valentine commercials.
What was the lame one? What was the lame Subway one? It was CC Sabathia.
CC Sabathia. Like, yeah, so Spot's right. Maybe they do a local version of the new gabagool sandwich. Sandwich.
Yeah, maybe in like the Midwest, it's like, we got the new Italian capicola and mozzarella.
We talked about that on Monday, I believe. There's a new capicola Subway sandwich, but they don't say gabagool, which most people know it as, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
Gabagool.
gabagool.
By the way, on a total side note, we're going to dive into a lot of ass today.
And gabagool.
Butt snorkeling.
Ass
That's what we
Wednesday.
do.
Ass
Professional
Wednesday.
butt snorkelers. Covino and Rich, Ass Wednesday. You made me think of something. Spot, if you could maybe just play a little bit of it. Steve Harvey was trending this morning, right? We're going to get into the Rando news. A lot of smut tales. A lot of fun. A lot of nonsense. We're going to have fun today. I got a story about a dog. I'll make it quick, but Steve Harvey was trending. So,
You know
I was
why?
like, no, well, I'm looking.
Because he's Judge Steve Harvey now?
Yeah, so I'm like, why is Steve Harvey trending?
Hey, where's the freaking gabagoo?
Gabagoo. Hey.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
First question, who?
So,
Hey. Hey, where's the freaking gabagoo?
I don't know why I laugh at that.
I love that guy. Hey,
So
that's
Steve
why
Harvey-
when I hear gabagool in my head, that's what I picture.
that kid is funny. I've seen that a
Where's the
million times.
freaking gabagoo?
I'm like, why is Steve Harvey trending? And I'm looking at all these funny Steve Harvey clips, and it's nothing significant. Oh, there was a quote that he said that I kept seeing over and over. And it says, Steve Harvey once said, if you're going through hell, keep going, because why would you stop at hell? And that stuck with me. And that hit me right in the feels, right? So I was like, oh, that's cool. Steve Harvey's great. I'm talking to Jordyn about Steve Harvey, and she's like, he's the best, right? She loves Steve Harvey, which is hilarious
Why
to me.
stop there?
But who doesn't?
I mean, think about it. If you're going through hell, why stop there? You in hell.
Fuck it.
Move, keep going. And I just could not see myself not being successful.
It's great
And
advice.
so since I was already at my lowest point, how much lower can I go? I figured if I quit, I'd go lower than that. I didn't need that. You go, man, why this happened? Because life ain't fair. But life ain't fair to nobody. You just gotta fight through, man. You gotta bite back sometime. It's like haters. When you get haters, people's opinion of you is none of your business. So I just keep going through. But then I'll tell you something too. Haters motivate me.
Haters gonna hate.
Because when they talking about me, that means I'm doing something.
Oh, he's always doing
no
something.
Haters,
leaving no jobs for anybody else.
Right.
So major props to Steve Harvey.
As a judge.
Honestly, one of our role models. The guy's a great host, and he's naturally one of the most funniest, which is pretty funny. One of the funniest guys out there. So anyway, I'm looking up Steve Harvey things. And our buddy Godfrey and Ari Spears were trending because Godfrey was doing a Steve Harvey impression and Ari Spears was doing Tony Soprano impression, and it was pretty good. So Godfrey goes to, all right, top 10 answers on the board. We welcome the Soprano family, and Ari Spears does Tony Soprano. Gabagool. Oh,
hey, Gabagoo.
Hey, Gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
It's kind of funny if Spot could find it, but you got to see. It was trending this morning, and I thought it was pretty darn hilarious. I thought it was a great Steve Harvey impression. Jordan's like, doesn't even sound like him. I was like, he's doing great.
Steve Harvey, he really might have the best reactions of anyone.
So naturally funny, man. One of the OG kings of comedy. His stand-up, I'm not that huge of a fan of, but in his day, he was great. But as far as being a great host and great at what he does and brings the laughs all the time, who's better? Nobody.
Steve Harvey capitalized on his strength, right? I mean, his jobs are easy, not for you, maybe not even for me, but for a guy like him, hosting a television show where his reactions are practically the star of the show.
Riff and improv. Yeah, he's fantastic at that. There's nobody better.
Hosting is such a Steve Harvey. For him, it's easy. Like he'll probably tell you, like, yo, I've done. He's probably thinking, I've done stand up, I've done radio shows, TV shows, hosting like the Family Feud. You know what they're asking? Hey, Steve Harvey, just be you.
That's it, and he's great at that. He's great at being Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
But again, we were talking about Gabagool, the Capicola sandwich.
Gabagoo.
I thought that Ari Spears did a pretty good Tony Soprano, and Godfrey's Steve Harvey was really good. I don't know if you have it, Spot. You have it?
Did you find it?
Oh yeah, I found it.
All right, let's see a little bit of it.
It's not that funny.
It's not that funny? Okay. Maybe Jordan's right.
I'll play it.
Jordan said it didn't sound a lot like Steve Harvey.
Okay.
I mean, actually, the Steve Harvey's the best part. The Steve Harvey's the best part.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
What is that, mafia? I'm gonna tell you, because I'm like mafia. I'll whoop a motherfucker ass.
First of all, we're not in a fuck mafia. The way you manage your business.
Oh, you you crazy. Okay, we're gonna answer some questions real quick. All right, top 5 answers on the board. Okay, I'll see what you can do, Mr. Gandolfini. Here's the question.
It's Tony. It's fucking Tony.
That name 5. Name some real great movies with mafia men in it.
You gotta think about the Goodfellas, because you had Joe Pesci, you had fucking Ray Liotta. It's a fucking great movie. It's number 1. You gotta talk about Cashier.
That's a good one right there. Let's say Goodfellas. Oh hell, that's number 1.
It's all right. It's like mildly funny. I agree with Spot. It's not that funny. You were in the moment, I think.
Okay. I'll remember that when you play your shitty TikTok videos left and right.
But you thought...
I'll digest. Anyway, that was trending. Gabagool. Good day.
Gabagool.
Let's go.
I'd rather hear Nico say Gabagool again.
Gabagool.
Nico's pretty funny. So, we'll get into our rando news. We'll get to the feedback. We have some smut tales. Woo! We have a strong man here.
Spot, honestly, your outfit is great. I'm not mocking you. I'm just saying it is the wardrobe of what a gay man would wear to like.
Let me explain why I did this, because we have a meeting later.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to wear my shirt and get it like wrinkly and sweaty and used. So my shirt is just laying down gently in my car. But I wanted to have something that I could wear.
You don't want to go shirtless?
Because I'm going to wear this underneath it. So I just figured I'd wear this in here with my jeans and my shoes.
But can you stand behind us for the people on tier 2? You're wearing like
full outfit,
and you're wearing like bracelets and stuff. Like you,
well, this is my mala. These are my mala beads.
It's not
your what?
My mala beads.
We're used to seeing Spot in a tank top. We're not used to seeing it tucked into jeans. That's what it appears to be. But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, we've seen Spot in jeans, and yes, we've seen Spot in a tank top. But when you put them together, he looks like a homosexual.
And he's wearing like nice shoes too.
Yeah. Let's see your shoes, Smut. There you go. See? There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony. Tony Moriello, Gabagool, Charles G.
Come here often.
Terry Hickey.
Hey.
Thanks for all the feedback.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank
need some leather cuffs. You like Mr. Slave on South Park?
Well, before we get into the smut, I have 2 stories to tell. And my story sad to tell. Hope you had a great Tuesday night. I didn't do much of anything.
Where's my music?
It was just being dad. Took Melody to get Mexican food. She's my Mexican food date because no one else wants to get Mexican with me. So we got Mexican after school. Because when it's not my weekend.
Did you think our lunch was at the Blue Oyster Bar?
I get it, Spot. I do. Thank you. I get what you're doing.
The moves. Was that Police Academy 1 or 2, Spot?
All of them.
But yeah, the Blue Oyster Bar made multiple cameos,
right? It was
right?
their running joke. I think it started in the first one.
Yeah.
I have 2 quick dog stories. 2 dog stories. I'll make them snappy.
Does one of them involve Randy Jackson?
So that we could dive into the smut, because I think Rich has a lot of
Or
smut
the
planned.
late great DMX. Neither one, Spot, are involved.
So Tuesday, just a regular Tuesday. But for the past few days, I'm catching up on Bel Air. I like it, but Will Smith's too angry on that show. He's just always mad about some shit.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you grow up in a rough spot. Like, you carry anger, bro.
Nah, I like 90s Will Smith.
Yeah, I like 90s.
Well, the whole point of the
90s.
show,
I
the whole point of the show isn't like happy-go-lucky Fresh Prince sitcom. It's really
Just goes
the
to
whole
show.
show is just like, man, I'm so pissed about shit.
It
I'm
goes to
pissed about a lot of
show.
shit. I'm pissed.
No, man, this shit don't go my way, man.
It goes to show that in the 90s we were all so much happier. Even though there was very angsty and there was a lot of grunge and all that emotion stuff. I just think we were like going through life so much happier. Nothing bothered us. We just brushed things off.
Spot, your homeboy.
You're doing the Running Man.
Your homeboy, not Carlton. Your homeboy Bill Maher talked about this recently, where
Okay.
it really was like, we joke about it, but back in the day, religion, politics, all those things were avoided for good reason, it seems, because everyone was like, yo, you may believe this, I may believe this. Let's not talk about it. Let's just have fun, bro. And that really did seem to work. When you look at now, you're like, yo, maybe they had that right. I know you say, well, that stifles good conversation, what we need to have, but maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe the whole let's not talk religion and politics was the answer for a reason.
Yeah, trying to have a good time over here.
Gabagoo.
Trying to stay out of a political conversation over here.
Where's the gabagoo?
I mean, it sounds ridiculous because it's like avoiding things. It's not productive to be like, well, let's just avoid it. But the reality is, if you and your friends and family do have different political and religious points of view, what good is it going to do to really talk about it when you're not going to change each other's mind? And that's what social media and family conversations have turned into. Those topics were avoided for good reason. I know social media didn't exist for getting that feedback, but I just I think I'm leaning on the side of we should never be talking about this stuff. Make your own informed opinions and vote for what you want when time comes, but to argue with friends and family, keep it to yourself.
Just trying to enjoy my coffee over here.
Trying to have my muffin and my coffee.
Just trying to do the show over here. I'm trying to get into all that. Yeah, that's what people want to like dive into.
Jason Brown said that worked for some people. No, that worked for all people.
All people.
And by the way, Jason Brown, side note, since we're ADD Blazing Radio.
All people. Will Smith was thriving in the 90s, bro. All people. And we all loved him.
Jason Brown, I bring him up because ADD Radio, side note, I'm so happy Jameis Winston re-signed with the Saints just because of Jason Brown. You know, he usually have like one or two buddies that he believes in Jameis Winston so much and the Saints that I want to see this through.
Oh, he's got the potential for sure.
Because if he succeeds and they're a playoff team, there's never been a contract in NFL history with more incentives. Did you? I don't want to go all off the track here, but did you see his contract?
Too late.
No, you justified it by saying ADD radio.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
That's how it makes it okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here for ass.
But did you see, we have 3 hours, Spot. Did you see his contract and the incentives?
I got a lot of ass to talk about.
Tell me about the incentives.
Thanks, bud.
Hey, Rich, tell me about the incentives.
Well, it's funny you should ask.
I'm really curious.
It's a pretty good base salary, obviously. He's not getting, nowadays QBs are getting $30, $40 million. So when you see Jameis Winston 2 years, $28 million, you're like, $14 million a year. It's very in between. He's not making chump quarterback money, but he's not making superstar quarterback money. It's almost odd, right? It's like,
I mean,
he might be in a league of his own.
Sounds appropriate to me.
No, but I'm saying he might be in a league of his own as far as the number goes, right? Because either quarterback makes like $5 million a year or like $50 million a year. He's making $14 million a year, but with incentives out the asshole. Like every little thing you can think of. If his team makes the playoffs, tack on $1 million. If he throws for so many yards, tack on $1 million. If he takes 70% or more of the snaps, tack on $1 million. He has like, no joke, I think $8 million incentives where it proves. I guess the point is, if he does play like a star, all those incentives will add up and he will be paid $20-something million a year. But
which he's capable of.
Yeah. So it's such.
Gotta stay healthy.
It's such a.
I think that's great. Keeps people fired up.
It's such a great. I think so many players should have incentive-based contracts like that, right?
Absolutely.
Yo, here's your salary. Here's your fucking sweet-ass multi-million-dollar salary. You're an NFL player. You make the playoffs, extra millions. Your quarterback rating, and you throw this many touchdowns, extra millions. Like, talk about incentives.
Dangle that carrot.
Right?
Keep people hungry. But I was trying to tell a story over here.
Right, I'll sit back and have my coffee over here. Well, you do that over there.
Let's see
I
if
apologize.
I sent you another video. See if Rich thinks this is funny.
It's a random. Should I be like a pretentious comedic judge?
Yeah, no, for real. It's a random comedian girl who does an impression of every New Yorker that she knows.
Oh, this is going to be great. I can't wait.
Let's see if Rich likes this one.
All right, let's see it.
He's the king. We need to please him.
Whoa, wait, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm sliding over here. I'm trying to dip my lips in the East River over here. My dog's taking a shit over here. Hey, I found my favorite place over here. Maybe I'll go in and get a couple samples over here. I just pulled something in my neck from that last act out over here. I'm on set of Law and Order over here. I'm looking at some art that looks like my last shit I just took over here. Whoa, wait, hey. Okay, I'm walking here. Hey,
I get it.
I'm walking here. I'm sliding.
Man, I'm sorry. I didn't know we did the show with D.L. Hughley and Cedric.
Nah, that was great. I like that. I like that. To be honest, at first I thought it was a man dressed up as a woman.
I said
I can't tell anymore.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right.
She looks like the guy who owned Arnold's.
Yo, Lonnie said you're 0 for 2. He is D.L. Hughley.
Who said Lonnie thinks he's Steve Harvey?
Yo, he's fighting with D.L. Hughley. He's fighting with you and Kanye West.
That Steve Harvey clip was funny. And I'm a Godfrey fan. Just that part wasn't that funny. But it was pretty funny.
After Steve
and Jordyn said it wasn't a good impression. She didn't say it wasn't funny.
Oh, I'm actually, Steve Harvey made me change my mind. For people that give you feedback you get that annoys you,
yeah.
According to Steve Harvey, that's good. Because if no one disagreed with you or hated on you,
I'm just giving you the over here trend and the premise of it.
I get it.
All right, so.
Do New Yorkers still talk like that? Yes. Yeah. What are you talking? Yes, they do.
I'll talk to some of my old school friends, and they do say things like, over here.
I mean, they do talk like that.
I mean, not Hall. I mean, that would be ridiculous. But yes, a lot of New Yorkers
I'm
talk
trying to take a shit over here.
I mean, use Rich's dad as an example who's been on this show. You've heard his accent.
Oh.
That's how most New Yorkers sound. And it's not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. It's not us playing it up. That's how most New Yorkers... My in-laws who lived in Brooklyn and have lived upstate for 30 years still have thick Brooklyn accents.
Hey, Christian, you dating our daughter?
Pretty much.
You married our daughter.
Hey, Obi.
All right, enough over here.
So, 2 quick stories to tell.
Sorry.
I had a nice Tuesday.
Thought I was on the Gabagool page.
I was watching Bel Air. It's okay. I don't love it.
You know what you do realize?
I had some steak.
Did you agree with my 2 character assessments? Carlton's an asshole, and Jeffrey the butler's a fucking G.
You don't need to have like a critical eye to assess that he's an asshole on the show.
No, but I'm saying
Carlton that's his whole character.
No, but what I'm saying in the TV show, Carlton was like the goofy, nerdy, like in the show, he's just like a pretentious dick.
Well, it's just a different dynamic because they were opposites. They got along, but really didn't in the first one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's the same dynamic, just like on steroids. And like they just don't like
and
each other.
Jeffrey goes from like just
they're that different.
Jeffrey goes from just being like the sarcastic posh butler to like, yo, he's like the fixer. Like Jeffrey's the man.
So it's good. I don't hate it. I like it enough to continue watching. I feel like I summoned all my black friends because they all hit me up last night by watching Bel Air. I'm not even kidding you. Like my old school pals I haven't heard from in a minute. Like, oh shit.
It's all the Godfrey you've been watching.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Not only affected your algorithm, but affected like your life algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, every black dude I know is hitting me up.
I'm manifesting it now. I don't know. Like, yo, what's up, Rodney? For real. My buddy Rodney hit me up. Jordan's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, my buddy Rodney. She's like, who's that? I'm like, my friend from back home. She goes, that means it's 3 a.m. there. I'm like, I know. We're in it. I don't know. He's up. He must have felt my vibe. So, long story short, I had a regular Tuesday, but Rich called me up in the middle of the day. And he said,
Billy Joel style? That's not very black. That's white.
He said, I'm coming by.
In the middle of the night.
I'm coming by. I need to borrow your computer for work. I said, sure. No problemo. And when he came by to pick up the computer, he saw me outside with a little doggy.
Well, let me tell you.
Did you steal it?
Let me explain. The days of SiriusXM's engineers being not urgent guys changed 0.0 during the pandemic because my computer exploded. I have it right behind me. You want to see what happened?
Yeah, that's the computer IT. That's IT. The computer people. That's IT. That's not engineering. IT is just as bad.
In the world of not urgent people at the workplace, everyone deals with this. I hit him up, no joke, over a week ago, and I'm like, hey, my computer exploded. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I guess it popped, and I guess the proper term is bulged. I'm not even joking. They're like, oh, your computer bulged? I'm like, yeah, it's very bulgous.
You want me to come over there and compare?
So I got a very bulgous computer, and
at least you got a bulgous something.
I said, hey, listen, it's workable.
Okay, continue.
It's workable, but I'm telling you, any day now, any minute now, this thing's going to shit out completely. And I'm like, I need a laptop.
Literally, because the goo will come out of the battery and explode everywhere. Isn't that acid?
And cause harm. Someone said it could cause a fire, possibly.
Yeah. Chemical burns.
I called one of the main engineers, and he's like, yeah, you got to get that replaced like now. So I hit up engineering, and I wrote the date down. It was the 14th, which is 9 days ago. And I'm like, yo, I need a computer.
This is
a story of a buffoon. And I was like, I need a computer like tomorrow. Can we overnight one? I'll give you all the info because I'm on Pop 2K, Hits One, The Pulse, all the stuff. They're like, all right, we'll write the ticket. And at any job, no matter where you work, if there's someone in some IT department or engineering department, do you want to hear, we'll write the ticket, bye? You're like, oh, that means nothing is going to get done, right?
I hate that.
So the whole week passes. Nothing. And I'm trying to do a show.
Over here.
Over here.
I call them when I'm sitting at the airport chilling. Like, all right, what's the progress? They're like, we don't have a tracking number, but the ticket's in. I'm like, all right. So I get back from my Atlanta weekend in Dahlonega, Georgia. And I'm assuming that Sarah's mom or stepdad's going to be like, Rich, you got a package on the table. Must be your new computer. So I'm thinking I'm going to come back and my laptop will be here, right? They overnighted it. Nothing over here.
Over here.
And I called them and they're like, yeah, we don't
What's with the hold up over here?
Did they send you an empty box with the label like they did when they fired me?
No, they said
we want your old computer back, but your new one will be here in a while.
They said, no joke. They were like, yeah, we don't even know how to expedite it. So,
oh yeah, hold it up.
Yeah,
let me see.
Let me give you the one shot spot. So it's the computer, the battery.
Yeah, the battery's
like
just,
it bulged out, but like the battery itself is fat. Like it
expands.
It expand and popped
It's
out
got
like
girth.
that. So the battery
Look at
popped
the
out like
girth
that.
on
It's a
that bad
shitty
boy.
old Dell computer anyway, but it popped out and it was working just enough, and then it popped out enough where the battery like dislocates, right?
That shit's got
Unworkable.
girth like Jason Worth.
It turns on when it's plugged in. It just requires some sort of code now.
Oh, it's the worst. So, long story short,
Nailed it. Oh, too late.
I could either do one of three things. I could be like, fuck this, I'm not doing anything until you send me a new computer, but that's sort of passive aggressive, and I'm not trying to stir up anything.
I would.
I could go to the studio, but I don't even think the studio is equipped anymore for what I need to do.
You think Mark Goodman is like, oh yeah, my computer's not working. I guess I'll do everything in my power to go and do a show.
No, because know what he would have done? He would have been like, when you get me my new computer, I'll start working again.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a pushover, I guess.
You are.
So I just need the software on the computer, which Covino's has. So last night, I said, Covino, thanks for being a good bro. I'll be there at like 8, 9 o'clock. I'll hit you up when I'm on my way. I'll borrow your computer, give it back in the morning. Sarah and I park outside Covino's place, and I'm like, all right, let me text Covino. And we see some dude walking down the block with a doggy. I'm like, that's not Covino. It looks like Covino.
Little foofy doggy.
Covino.
Was it 90 degrees out and he was wearing a jacket?
I was like, yeah, he is wearing a jacket, and it's
No,
90.
I was dressed like a 1930s strongman. Spot.
Oh, okay. At least my arms are out in the heat.
And I'm like, and Sarah's like, oh my God, it is Covino. Rolled down the window. I'm like, he's got a dog. Go ahead. Tell me now.
Tell me your story.
Apparently, it's National Puppy Day, so how appropriate to have 2 dog stories. Thank you, Lisa Paraggio. Paraggio! Oh! Gabagoo!
Hey!
So,
Gabagool.
I failed to mention because, well, I just got it a day ago, that Jordyn's mom came into town recently to spend time with her grandma. Her grandma's dog is sick. She came here to help out and all this other stuff.
By the way, it's also
But they
National.
brought their dog.
It's also National Tamale Day. So if you don't have a tamale story, I'm out. Think of one. Start thinking of one.
I will.
I'll have to think about this.
Start
But
thinking of one.
long story short, Jordyn's mother said, Jordyn, would Steve be okay if we, left the dog with you, like, just for a few days?
Jordyn.
How'd the
Jordyn
dog
asked
get here
me.
from Idaho?
The car.
Her parents are
It
here.
drove
with
itself?
the grandma?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just said
No,
that.
but you didn't say Jordan's parents visited. I felt like we would have heard that.
I just said that.
Okay.
So Jordyn's mom
Drove itself.
came here with the dog, dropped it off, and we've had it for 2 days. Now, backstory, they've had it for about 4 to 5 years. Its name is Bindi. Bindi loves me. Every time I go to visit in Idaho, this dog's up my asshole.
What's not to love?
Right? Yeah, it's like that. You know how that dynamic is where like you don't want to be bothered, but therefore they want to like love you.
Yeah.
That's how Bindi is with me.
It's like my mother with my brother.
Yeah.
Jimmy, he loves me. Mom, I don't want anything to do with you. Jimmy.
I'm like, Bindi.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Be a Bindi. Bah.
Yeah.
Bindi.
It's Jimmy.
Actually, I have a picture somewhere, if I could find it, of me just rubbing it with my foot just to like get it out. Like, all right. Jordan's like, it just wants you to love it.
I
I'm
like the
"Here,
picture
here's
of
my foot."
I like the picture of Bindi with his ass in your face.
Well, I'll show you that in a moment. Long story short, she's had the dog, the family's had the dog for about 4 to 5 years, and Jordan's little brother really loves the dog, sleeps with the dog every night. And Jordan's always loved this dog. From the moment they got this dog, this is like right before I met her, right? Or we started dating. She offered her mom $2,000 for the dog. She's like, I love this dog. I feel like this dog speaks to me. Bindi belongs with me. I love Bindi. I want Bindi.
She offered her mom money?
Yeah, because, well, it was their dog.
That's a weird arrangement. Like,
Yeah,
what, she trying to buy her mom's dog?
That's
how bad she wanted
I'll give
the
it
dog.
$2,000, Mom.
Well, because the mom is like, oh, Jordyn, it's Nicholas's dog.
Make it $5,000, Jordyn, and maybe we have a deal.
By the way, 2 G's in Idaho is like 5 G's.
You trying to buy off her mom?
Yeah.
it's really weird.
It's not that weird.
Wouldn't you even
She's
just-
just saying,
like,
I
what-
want the dog, so I'll give you guys $2,000.
But that's a weird thing to do. Like, continue.
I mean, you can harp on that. I'm telling you the story. I don't know. Is it that weird?
Yes, if you really want to know,
It's the family's dog.
Right.
Her,
That would be
her
like me-
stepdad is probably like, no way, no how. That's Nicholas's dog. It's our family's dog.
But do you
So
think
she's
they
like,
could be
"Mom,
bought?
I'll
What are
give
you,
guys-"
Ted
Yeah.
DiBiase?
I'm telling you the story.
I know,
Yeah, everybody
it's
has a
funny. It's
price.
funny.
Everything's got
And
a
of
price.
course, you know, the aunt is like, just, you know, and the mom, everyone's like, yeah, we'll just give it to you. But Nicholas loves the dog. And I don't think, you know, stepdad, I don't think Marco is okay with that.
Well, let's keep in mind, for people trying to connect the dots, Jordan's younger brother is Melody's age. So Jordan's sibling is like 11 or 12 years old. So you're not taking the dog away from a grown-up. Jordan's brother's like 11. So you're taking a dog away from a kid. So you're okay taking a dog away from a kid?
Yeah. But I'll explain. No, this kid has another dog. They have another dog named Finn.
What kind of dog is Finn?
Finn is just like a little Jack Russell like mix. He's cool. I like Finn too. But Finn I'm allergic to. Bindi I'm not. Bindi's a hypoallergenic Shih Tzu.
Oh.
Hey, Mom, how much for that houseplant? Give you $80.
Hey, everybody does have a price. So listen, every time I go to visit Jordan's
It's so
family,
weird.
I never see Jordyn more happy than she, you know, like all the like questions are answered.
All the
'Cause
anxieties and troubles go away.
I see all the like loving, nurturing side of Jordyn when I see her do her baby talk to Bindi.
By the way, why get the dog? Why not just buy the brother and then you can give Melody a brother?
How much for the kid?
How much for the kid?
Yo, 10 G's for the
10
kid.
G's for the kid.
That's funny.
And the dog. The dog and the kid together, combo deal, $12,000.
Not weird at all.
$12,000.
Continue.
I mean, I guess it sounds weird out of context. I'm trying to explain how bad she.
Her love for the dog is so much that
wanted
she
this
tried to
dog.
buy her
I
parents
get it.
$1 Million Man
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find this picture of me. Like, Jordyn took this picture of me years ago. She just wants you to pet her. And I'm petting her with my foot reluctantly.
I've seen, you've done that with Piper.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck out of here. Fuck out. Right. But through the years, I've gotten to know Bindi. Bindi's always stoked when I'm around. She always wants my love because I don't want to give it to her. But she tries so hard. And Jordan's like, come on, please. And I'm like, no, fuck that dog. But Bindi somehow won me over a little bit. A little bit. So when the mom said, can we, bring him? I'm like, yeah, it'll be fun. Melody will have fun with it. And yeah, fine. A few days, yeah, Bindi, whatever. I'm not allergic to Bindi. So I don't mind Bindi in the house. Right? And she's well behaved and all that. Cool. So now, 2 days go by and I'm like, man, I really like Bindi. Bindi is cool. Now I know why Jordyn likes her. Man, this is a good dog. Jordyn, I'll match you another $2,000.
Are you serious?
$4,000.
You're trying to buy the dog.
Hold on. Here's the deal.
Well, now the dog's in your possession, so you can just hold it hostage.
Listen. Jordyn wants a cat. I fucking hate cats. I get
cats.
attitude from Jordyn. I get attitude from my daughter. I get attitude from everybody. I don't want to come home and get attitude from some piece of shit cat that wants to mean mug me in my own house.
Cats are gross.
Fuck that cat. Fuck you. Fuck everybody.
Cats are evil.
I'm being serious. How
I
do you
don't
not
want a
see?
cat.
How do you not
Evil.
see the condescending nature of trying to buy their dog?
Because
Do they need the money that bad?
No. The mom does want to give it to Jordyn. But she's like, I don't know. And they're, yo, we'll pay for it. She probably paid $200 for that dog. Right? So we're just trying to make it like, it's a dog. I get it. It's important. So how else are you going to get the dog? So now he's like, I'll match you. But here's why. Because if I'm going to get any animal to make Jordyn happy, I want it to be Bindi. I don't want it to be another cat. I don't want it to be another shitty dog that I'm allergic to. I'm like, all right, I like this dog. This dog is cool. It's really sweet. It's kind of cute. It doesn't bother me. just for Jordyn's happiness, I'll match that. Tell your mom now. $4,000.
But you're insinuating. I'm not being rude, but you're insinuating
they've done nothing. Jordyn's already started this negotiation years ago.
But you're insinuating
years ago.
You're insinuating they could be bought.
Well, now Jordyn's stepdad. Well, you're acting like she's not part of the family. Like Jordyn's there a lot. She knows this dog. She has a relationship with this dog. It's not like she's a stranger. It's not like we're strangers offering to buy the dog.
No,
you know what I mean?
I know, but I'm saying
she's one of the family members.
All right.
However,
I don't know.
The stepdad is like, more, and the son, right? Her little brother. And we're like, yeah, no, not happening. But the mom wants to give it to Jordyn. So she's just trying to make it like more of an appetizing sort of deal, I guess.
I got it. Someone makes a good point. If you're trying to buy people off, buy off the little brother. Because he's the one that could easily be bought. Be like, you want an Oculus, kid? You know you want new video games? You know how many Roblox dollars you could get?
Exactly.
Spot. Am I the only one that thinks it's peculiar that there's like a financial offer to a family member for a pet?
Not at all.
Well,
I'm not alone here, right?
The mom would give it and wants to give it to Jordyn.
Not at all.
So Jordyn's just trying
if the mom wants to give it,
deal.
if the mom wants to give it, then what's the deal for it? Are you trying to bribe the stepdad financially?
Just how else?
What are you trying to bribe? Who are you bribing?
Jordyn wanted the dog so bad. She had offered her mom $2,000.
Don't sleep on this comment.
Before
Dude,
me.
I'm going to explode like this fucking battery.
Don't sleep on this comment. Kyle and PA. Bindecent Proposal. That's a great one.
I'm like, the name. Can we change the name? Because Bindi sucks.
That's the name of today's show. A Bindecent Proposal.
Bindecent Proposal.
Bindi.
Nice.
Is her last name Dundat? Bindi Dundat.
Bindi Dundat.
Trying to find another picture, but anyway,
it's a cute dog.
I'll show you what Bindi looks like.
The picture of this dog sitting on your lap.
Spot. Show him what Bindi looks like.
The picture of this dog on Covino's chest.
Yeah, this dog won't stop until I give it some attention. So I'm like, get this fuck. I'm like, get it, and then it's just like I give in, and I'm like, all right, and then it's satisfied, and then it leaves me alone.
I mean, it's a cute dog, and I saw the dog,
and it matches my decor.
It does.
That's why I like it.
It's like gray, white,
and it doesn't shed, and it doesn't make me sneeze. And it just wants love, and it's kind of cute. So it kind of, warmed my heart up a little bit. Does it bark?
Yo, no. Bro, I met this dog for a minute.
And you know how dogs, like, they're so hyper to, like, get ahead and be the pack leader, and, like, you're like, chill, dog, just walk by my side.
Yeah.
But they're like,
pulling the leash.
Like, this one was just like, she's just chilling. I'm like, man, this dog's like a little angel. I like this little dog. Tell your mom I'll match. We'll give her $4,000.
Are you like a Jersey mobster? Yeah. Are you going to hand the money to them in your fist?
Anyway,
it's
that's where we're at. We're at a stalemate. Jordyn's wanted this dog for years. Her brother has another dog. Jordyn's dead set that this dog will have a better life with us because no one walks the dog. Her brother's like a little video game kid. No one's taking the dog out. She's like, I'll feed it better food. It'll have a better life with us. Look how happy it is here. So she's always wanted
good
Bindi.
food.
It's not like we can't get another dog, but she has a bond with this dog. Yeah. She always has. So that's where we're at. We're at a sort of a stalemate because Jordyn's mom does want to give it to Jordyn.
Are you going to carry Bindi around in your little fanny pack?
Wait, hold on. Did you say matches your decor?
Yes, he did. How'd you miss that?
So I missed it.
He doesn't listen. He's just
because I'm listening to everything you're saying. But what do you mean it matches your decor?
How'd you miss that? Look, it's the same color.
Dog's
it's gray and white and black.
It just blends into my house. Like it's not intrusive.
Looks like part of his shirt.
Like imagine if it was like a little doo-doo brown dog. Like it would like kind of clash with everything. This thing just like blends in.
You think a pet needs to
where's
blend?
Oh, she's on the floor. Nice. She matches my carpet perfectly.
I love everything about this story.
Yeah, it's National Puppy Day.
But everything about this story matches your decor.
She's
Here's money to your family. But this is no joke. Spock, can you hit me up with some old school $1 Million Man theme music? Because you really are, whether you're admitting it or not.
I'm not.
You're trying to buy the stepdad. Gary? Because the mom's like, Jordyn, I want you to have it.
I would rather get this dog than some shitty cat.
Hey, Idaho stepdad.
That's how I feel about
Idaho stepdad. I'll make it $5 if you need it.
It's not about they need anything. Let's make that clear. It's just trying to sweeten the deal because it's not like they want to get rid of the
But
dog.
what's the sweeten deal? A bribe?
You're buying the dog.
No, you're buying
Dog,
them.
sorry, I mean, this dog isn't for free. Everybody's going to pay.
Everybody's gonna pay.
I don't know, man. I applaud your efforts, and I like that you're trying to make Jordyn happy. I just find it so oddly peculiar to be like, hey, family member.
By the way, Jordyn hasn't really given the full offer yet. Jordyn's still negotiating. She's like, Steve said he'll give 1,000. I said I'd give 2.
She's like, I'll take the other 1,000.
Yeah, she hasn't even upped it to the family yet.
Didn't Big Steve tell you that everything's negotiable?
Yeah. Yo, dude, Jordyn, you gotta remember this part of the story. Jordyn's dead set that Bindi would be happier with her. Dead set. Because Bindi's happy, but she doesn't get all that much of attention where she's at. And Jordyn's like, I love the shit out of this dog. And she always has. You guys are acting like Jordyn's a stranger who doesn't have a relationship with this dog. She's one of the
How old is the dog?
4.
How long you been with Jordyn?
4 years.
So you've been with her the whole time
Right
this dog's been alive. So she's
right
only
when they
seen the
got-
dog occasionally.
She's there a lot, dude.
In Idaho?
Yeah. She's been a part of this dog's
Yeah,
life.
but I'm saying you've been with Jordyn 4 years. This dog is 4. So she can't
And
be
when
that.
she's
She
there,
can't be with the dog that
sleeps
much.
with her and everything. Like, she loves this dog.
Don't you worry about separating the 2 dogs? Maybe the dogs are close.
That's Jordyn's biggest concern. She's like, I just don't want her to miss Finn. So
There's a million dogs. Get another dog, but get that
man.
breed.
There's only, according to Jordyn, there's only one Bindi because Bindi has a very specific. Normally, dogs are
Bindi
dogs
done
for
that.
me, right? And it takes me a minute to get to know their personality. I've only gotten to know like 2 or 3 dogs in my life.
Tell me about it.
And Bindi, I get her. I'm starting to say, oh, okay. I see where she's kind of funny and I kind of dig her a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she likes me. So that's cool. I'd rather deal with a little dog that likes me than some attitude cat who like looks at me like, what are you doing here? I don't want that in my home.
I agree with Brett, and I'll say it for the last time. There's something peculiar and just, hey, everyone operates differently, but it is odd to offer like a large sum of money to someone in essentially a bribe to take their pet. I want your pet. No, it's my pet. I'll give you $1,000. It's my pet. I'll give you $2,000. Like what if the dad came back?
Remember that kid in,
Hold on.
remember that kid that ended up doing porn from the Christmas Story? When he wanted Richard Pryor and they bought him. Jackie Gleason bought him.
I have a question.
Remember the toy spot?
I have a question for you. You're
Am I
playing
talking to
you're
anybody?
playing negotiating games?
U.S. Bates.
You're part
This
of
was a negotiation that's been going on for 3 years.
All right,
3 or 4 years.
Spot. Then you feel me, Spot. As part of this
I'm just adding to
negotiating,
it.
right? All right. As
Don't
part of this,
let the tank top fool you. I don't feel like feeling it today.
as part of this negotiation, as peculiar as it is for you to be like, all right, I'll double it, $4,000. Give us the dog. What if the stepdad came back? What's his name? Gary.
Mark.
Stepdad Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Covino. It's me, Mark. Oh, hey, what's up, Mark? Yeah, I look forward to seeing you this summer. Maybe barbecue some steaks. Everything good in Idaho? Yeah, let's cut to the chase, Covino. Yeah, what's up, Mark? I could use a new front lawn, and I was eyeing up this new grill, and I did want to redo the basement. I'm thinking $7,000 might let me part with this puppy. Like, wouldn't it be odd if he counter offered? That's my point, Spot. If stepdad Mark was like, yeah, Covino, $6,000. Like, when you offer someone like an offer, like you almost have to open it up to.
What if you Pawn Stars him and be like, best I could do is like $50?
I found my first meeting with Bindi.
Oh, you have
This
it?
was in
Send it to me.
2018. So this is where our friendship began. And it's been a rocky road because a lot of times I just want to squeeze a cheek and then his dog's in my face and I'm like, yeah, tell this dog to beat it. He's like, but I love Bindi. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like this dog.
What if Jordyn's dad?
Now,
What if Jordyn's
it's growing
stepdad?
on me and I see how happy it makes Jordyn. And I like Jordyn when she's doing baby talk to it and she's all sweet about it. So I'm like, I like this Jordyn. She's happy with this dog. $2,000, make it $4,000 total. Not from me. Jordyn was already offered.
What if they threw in 2 second-round draft picks? 2023 draft. Let's see.
I got to show you this picture.
What if someone offered you? What if Jordyn's dad was like, all right, oh, get this. I got it. Spot. What if Jordyn's dad's like, all right, I'll trade you the dog for your autographed guitars and Terminator head.
Ooh, do it.
now it's a trade.
Yeah, but what if he was like, I don't want money.
Remember.
What if he's like, trade? What's valuable to Steve Covino?
Deal.
What's your
Take that
favorite
deal.
one? Your corn guitar. What guitar?
My value-wise, my Santana, Carlos Santana.
All right. What if he was? What if stepdad Mark was like, all right, Covino, you want to play this game? Your corn guitar, your Santana guitar, your Terminator head, and he threw in something else like, and your CD collection.
Again, I'm doing this to make Jordyn happy.
What would you say?
And to ensure that I'm happy moving forward. If I get another cat or something like that, I won't be happy with that shit.
Please forgive the old guy boomer framing of this photo. But here's Covino.
That's our first time we met. Like,
There's the dog.
I took my shoe
Giving
off.
it foot love.
I gave it foot love. That's
Foot
where
love.
the friendship began. That was 2018.
Foot love.
I think 2017.
It's foot love.
Still have that coat? I like that.
I don't have that jacket anymore. Got rid of it. I got those kicks.
Matt brings up a good point. Is the money guaranteed or is it incentive based like Jameis Winston? If like the dog
Guaranteed.
shits, if the dog doesn't shit in the house, it gets another 1,000.
Cash money, man. It's hypoallergenic. It's a rare circumstance where I like this dog. It looks at me like, what's up? I like it. And doesn't bother me.
This delays
And it doesn't make me sneeze and shit.
People are insinuating, does this delay a baby?
No.
Or
No.
so this will not affect possible children. Because sometimes you get a puppy that's like that's a kid delay tactic. I know that's not what you're doing, but that's
No,
typically
I'm
a
not,
delay.
what am I trying to delay? Till I'm 50?
No, that's what I know. That's why I'm asking. People are.
So that's part one of the story. There's no update other than I've now grown a bond to this dog that won't stop until I at least acknowledge it.
I'm not even lying. I thought about. I'm not even.
And it won me over as a result.
I love my dog Piper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have kids.
I like Piper. Piper's great,
By the way,
and I
what-
get her personality
Rich,
too. I'm just allergic to Piper.
I love Piper.
Yeah.
Piper loves me. She'll come in here in the morning and say hi and jump up on my chair.
Offer him a few bucks.
What if I offered you money for Piper? Would you take it?
I was just about to say. I was
he
about to
has
say.
a much different bond.
Don't you think that's
with
weird?
Piper than they do with Bindi?
But what I was going to say is you have kids, and the reality is when you have kids, your dog takes a back seat. Until you have kids, your dog's like your little fur baby. I hate that phrase, but your kids very, very much take precedence over a pet. But I wouldn't even give up Piper. I'm not even joking, unless the number of the offer was $50,000 to $100,000 or more. Like if someone's like, I'll give you 10 or 50. If someone said, I'll give you 20 grand or 10 grand for Piper, I say, nah. If someone said, I'll give you 100,000, I might be like, Sarah.
Dude, the obvious thoughts cross my mind. Like, yeah, but that's the doggy's home, right? Yeah. Jordyn is convinced that the dog would be happier with her. Convinced. So, like, that's a non-factor, even though we've factored it and I still factor it. I'm like, you can't take the dog from the home. That's his home, She's like,
home.
Yeah, but I have plenty of love for this dog, and it would be at home with me and happy. Look how happy. Look how happy. She said the dog's been so happy the past few days.
Why don't you, what else can you throw in?
And I kind of have fun watching it, like, just roaming around. Like, hey, where's the dog? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you know what?
Just roaming
I
around.
think it's nice for you,
Dude,
bro.
when I was grilling last night, You know how many times I go, hey, Melody, you want to come outside with Dad? She's like, no. Guess who was right by my side while I was grilling up? And I was like, yeah, probably for the steak, right? And it was like, nope, I'm here to hang out with you.
Oh, you waiting for me to drop some food? No, I like you.
And they looked at me like, it even picked this little doggy paw. I'm like, no, I'm just chilling. I'm like, sweet.
Oh, did it give you rock paw?
Yeah, it was like, this dog's
Yo, Spot,
awesome.
it gave him rock paw.
Put on Coffee House. You know how it went to bed last night? Put on a little SXM Coffee House, just so it doesn't hear other noises, and it was chilling. Chill dog. I like it.
Fell asleep to Matt Nathanson.
Anyway, ooh, I don't know if this is breaking news, but
Yeah.
Patrick
People have been texting us. Yeah.
Grosser Road says Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. I saw that. It was the Dolphins or the Jets. They were looking to dish Tyreek Hill to the Jets.
Dolphins get Tyreek Hill.
That's big. Big
for
names.
5 draft picks, according to Adam Shapeshifter. Now, what did I say yesterday?
We haven't seen this many big names.
What did I say
Making
yesterday?
money moves like this.
Now my not my prediction, but my assessment yesterday is even more interesting.
Spot, we need breaking news. Like,
Did I not say yes? Well, we already broke the news. Didn't I say yesterday?
Too late, Smut.
Can I do like random news but just say breaking at the end?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Breaking.
Draft picks mean nothing unless they work out. So out of 5 draft picks, you're assuming that any of them are going to end up being the greatest wide receiver in the game.
Jordan's family $4,000 in
five draft
picks.
I think I said it yesterday when I said Mike McDaniel, the 49ers coordinator, who's the new Dolphins head coach. I said with Tua, they have Mostert, and now Tyreek Hill, and they already have some weapons. Did I not say yesterday the Dolphins could be sneaky good?
Yes.
Now you add Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
My prediction even looks better now. I think the Dolphins...
Man, what would have made him leave a championship caliber team where he has a great relationship with the quarterback and all the fans love him? What could possibly have him make this really crazy decision? The Chiefs they're Super Bowl bound. Man, I wonder. Cash money. Everybody's got a price.
Could Jordyn chime in on this? People are asking. Is there does she have a statement at least? If not, if she can't call, does she have like is her stance like the dog's better here? I only want to give my parents money as a compensation.
This.
What's her stance?
Bro, how much more clear could I have said exactly what you just said right now?
Right, she thinks the
How
dog.
come when you say it, that's justifiable?
When I
said it goes in one ear and out the other.
No, with a dog,
everything you just said is exactly
the dog would have
what
a better.
I said.
The dog would have a better life with you guys.
I said all of these things.
All right. I think the money part is the only peculiar part for anyone.
There would be no money. Jordan's trying to
bribe.
Make it
Bribe?
happen.
Do you mean bribe?
Yeah, because she likes the dog that much. That's what makes it a funny story.
But the word is bribery. Yeah, okay. I don't think you thought it was funny until we pointed out it was funny.
You think I want to pay another $2,000?
No, but I thought you thought it was part of the deal. I don't think you realized it was peculiar and funny until we pointed out.
You don't think it dawned on me? Why don't they just give you the dog? She's just trying to sweeten the deal because it's not an easy decision. I know you're torn on it. Maybe this will make you not so torn.
Bribing your parents financially, I just think is really funny. That's all. And I hope you get the dog, because I saw the love you had for Bindi just in your little walk last night.
Well, I forgot that I had a good relationship with little Maxie, right? But I'm allergic to Max. That's the fucked up part about it. I'm allergic to Max.
Well,
and I always was.
I hope you get the dog. Tyreek Hill is going to live in South Beach now. He's the big winner, and he's on a young, fun team. And you know what it does? It makes the AFC even more wide open, because now Kansas City lost their best superstar wide receiver. So Patrick Mahomes gets a little more mortal, Levels the playing field.
Maybe Tyreek Hill gets a little more mortal too, because he doesn't have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's still the fastest dude. 5 picks is a lot, considering Devontae Adams got 2 picks for Devontae Adams.
Well,
so there you go.
That's part 1 of the story. Part 2 of the dog story, National Puppy Day, Covino and Rich. Part 2. Talking to my brother yesterday.
There's more?
Actually, when Rich came to pick up his computer from me, or my computer for his SXM stuff, I'm outside walking the dog.
Oh, yeah, yo-yo tricks?
I was like, I'm a Duncan champion. So I'm doing yo-yo tricks outside, walking the dog. And I did the cradle. And I'm on the phone with my brother, Tommy, Tomasito. So I'm FaceTiming, doing 2 things Rich never sees me do. FaceTiming somebody and walking the dog. So I'm there outside, just chilling, mean streets of LA. Dangerous outside, my little doggy. So Rich pulls up, I'm like, hey, look, Tommy, say what's up to Rich. Yo, what's up, Rich? So they caught up for a brief second. FaceTime my brother. And then he's telling me a story about his roommate. I got to preface by saying his roommate's a good kid. Nice guy. I've talked to him. He wants to do what we do. I've talked to him about Patreon for hours at a time. And I said, you should probably talk to my producer, Spot. He knows more about it. But, I got to know him. He's a nice kid. My brothers lived with him since they moved to Jersey City. But now they just live together, just him and this one kid, right? This one kid has a pit bull. I'm pretty sure it's a pit bull.
Oh, I love pitties.
Dolly.
The point is, a big dog. It's a bigger dog, right? Not a little foofy Shih Tzu.
That's an annoyance.
So,
some people love big dogs. I'm a fan of little dogs. Little dogs equals little mess equals little hassle. Big dogs are lovable, but I would never have a big dog.
There's a
no, Spot's a big dog type of guy.
I am a big dog type of guy. The big dogs can sometimes.
Were you a spokesman for big dogs?
I was. Big dog clothing.
Big dog t-shirts?
I just farted. You should run now. Big dogs to me they're equally lovable as little dogs. They're like big. They think they're little dogs sometimes. Can I show you a picture of Bill Jackson loves sending photos of his dogs? So I'll show you a picture of his dogs.
It is National Dog
Look at these
Day.
dogs. Look how cute they are. So cute.
The dog looks grumpy though.
No, he's sweet.
Yeah, he's
Look
sweet.
at how sweet that face is.
He looks mean.
No, it's sweet. Like there's a pit bull in my neighborhood and he's so cute and sweet and I just want him.
So I want to make this story as short as possible.
And he's with a guy that looks just like me.
I have to give you the backstory. I prefaced by saying my brother's roommate, nice kid. He's like on his grind, hustler type. They lived with like 3 people, remember? Previously at Swank.
Yeah, your brother was in like the bedroom, but it had no windows.
Yeah,
like he was in the bunk room.
Now it's just him and this other kid, right? So
he was in the closet.
Yeah, but now
not that kind of closet.
They chipped in. They bought all this swanky furniture. Oh man, let's see if I could find a cool picture of Swank.
Oh, did he like Big Brother buy a $10,000 Natuzzi leather couch like you did when you were in your 20s?
Well, you know what? They did buy like nice furniture and shit, nice couch and all that. And my brother's like, yo, I didn't sign up for like. I love the dog. They've always lived with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I love the dog, yo. But I didn't sign up for this dog to be all up on like the shit I bought.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what your brother discovered. Your brother discovered, oh, wait. When I buy new shit and a pet or a kid destroys it, why did I buy expensive stuff? Yes. He learned the hard way.
Oh, because when they were with the other people, it wasn't his stuff. Now it's his stuff.
Now it's, well, no, because they bought it. Like at the other place, it was like a cut and paste mix mash of like someone brought this, we brought that.
Yeah, well, now he bought furniture with his roommate.
Right, and it's a higher end place, really nice. This is even nicer than Swank.
When your brother... And we've all done this. When you buy nice stuff and then you realize, well, how nice do I want to go if I have a dog or a baby? Like, we accepted the fact when we bought our couch, we're like, yo, this couch is going to be shitty in a couple of years because we have 2 little kids and there's sticky fingers and Play-Doh and cookies and crumbs and jelly stains. You accept that. Your brother is a young bachelor. And when you have a roommate with a pit bull? Dolly, I don't think your brother expected, oh yeah, the dog's going to shed, the dog's going to scratch, there's going to be tear marks.
My brother gets allergies like I do, right?
Yeah.
But my brother's like, yeah, but I like it's a sweet dog. I like the dog, yo. So I'm cool with it. And Kyle in Pennsylvania says, is Tommy still living with a windowless closet? No, he moved out. Yeah. He moved out of that place, and it's just him and his guy, Sean.
Here's a photo of Swan.
By the way, that's a really nice apartment.
I was like, what's that red thing, Tom? Something you want to tell us?
That's just
a vacuum.
I'd zoom in, but I can't because you sent me a screenshot.
Hey, Swan, I'm so sorry, bud. I'm sorry I'm not meeting your expectations.
You're such a boomer.
What's that red thing, Spotty?
I can't zoom in on.
What's that red thing, Tommy? Don't worry about it, yo. It's a vacuum. Why?
Right there.
I'm like,
doesn't look like a vacuum to me.
It's a weird choice of decoration.
It looks like a girl took a picture and didn't realize what was in the background.
Exactly, yeah.
By the way, sweet planter. Where'd he get that?
Oh, that's a little sus, Tom.
Looks like the red thing is about to go in this planter's mouth.
I was like, Tom, know how I know you're gay? How? That red thing? But anyway, he has a view of the city skyline, like top-notch place. So him
Florida
and his kid,
ceiling window vibe. I love that.
Him and this kid, they went halvesies on pretty much everything. I was like, how are you gonna? He's like, yeah, we'll probably sell it if we move out. Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, he hit me up one time and he's like, yeah, I love Sean, I love this dog, but yeah, man, this dog is like all over the couch, yo. I don't want to come back and splitting cheeks and have like dog hair all over the couch, yo.
Oh, I know that red thing. Go back spot. Is that his accent chair?
It's a vacuum. He told me.
Oh, I thought it might be an accent chair. Oh, Tommy, I'll sit here.
So, long story short, that's the backstory. Sean's a good kid. They all love the dog, but the dog's uncontrollably like all over the place. But it's the dog, right? And it was allowed to go on the couch before because no one cared about their old shit, right? The new shit is like, yo, this dog's like He's like hair everywhere, yo. I'm just trying to keep it neat. I'm using the lint brush all the time, whatever. All right, cool, man. It's, it's a nice dog. Just
that's what it is. Hey, listen.
You like the dog? Down. It's cool. Hey, whatever. So he hits me up yesterday. He goes, yo, man, Sean's like real mad. We had it out. I was like, oh, shit, what happened, dude? He goes, I took the dog out for a walk, and he got all mad at me about it. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, he said it was mad disrespectful just to take his dog out without permission. I was like, you mean disrespectful like the dog just sat all over the couch all the time, up your asshole all the time?
Did the dog get off the leash and get hurt or something?
No. He's like, he was like reprimanding me, yo. All I did, I was sitting here with the dog. I figured I'd take it out for a walk. And he was like, he got really like mad about it and was saying how I should have asked permission and like that's like his baby and like what if they got in an accident and shit and he didn't know about it? What if someone hit the dog with a car? Like I couldn't believe it, yo. And I was like,
we're missing part of the we got to be missing part of the story because it just seems ridiculous.
Jordyn was like, did he like not have a leash or something?
That's what I was at.
Like,
yeah.
No, of course. I even double checked. I was like, are you sure did you have a leash on the dog? Of course, yo. So my brother took the dog out for a walk.
With a leash. Just
because it was him and the dog. He figured he'd be nice. Like, dog wanted to go out. Took him out for a walk. Kid comes back and says, you did what? Yo, man, that's fucking mad disrespectful, bro. My brother's like, what? Why? Yo, man, that's like my mate. You just can't be taking my shit out in the mean streets of Jersey City. Fuck, man. And my brother's like, what? Are you serious, yo? and then my brother, because in that like moment, he's like, he called me. I was like, I don't get it. And I'm like, I don't get it either.
There's got to be something because what you're describing is like, I would have been like, oh, thanks for taking the dog out for a walk.
You would think. I was like, tell him, is it fucking disrespectful when the dog is just fucking taking banana shits in the kitchen? Is it disrespectful when the dog is fucking rubbing its asshole on your carpet? Is it disrespectful when that dog is fucking lounging out, shedding all over your brand new couch? Then how's it disrespectful if you went and took it out, showed it some kindness on a little walk? Fuck out of here.
There's something.
Trying to be a nice guy over here.
I'm slightly I'm confused on this.
Both of your dog stories have my head spinning.
That's it. So National Puppy Day, the end. That's it. That's all I got.
Because I see the point of the dog owner. I see that point
at all. Because if you're gonna let this dog live with somebody, and my brother's half of the rent is good enough to live with, and all that shit, and share. My brother should be allowed to take the dog out if he's alone with the dog and it looks like he needs to take a shit.
But like maybe the initial time, like the first time, he should have said, "Hey, I'm taking the dog out."
But what's but it's not like all right.
Yeah, I'm confused.
My daughter is gonna be 5. If Emmy, like when little kids want to I want to walk the dog, you're like, oh, what if you drop the leash? You don't know. It's not a little kid. Your brother.
Yeah, Jordyn was like, he must really not trust your brother. Like, trust him enough to come up with the rent.
You might not trust your fucking 5-year-old to walk your dog on a busy street because they could drop the leash or they're a kid. Your brother's 29 years old.
It is Tommy though.
I don't get it, bro.
I don't get it either. Irresponsible. He's like, is that normal, yo? And that's why I prefaced by saying he's a good kid. The roommate's a good guy, but he really overreacted in a weird way about this dog and how much he cares about it. Like, whoa, you did what? Whoa, you dodging through traffic, like running? Were you going a fucking crazy jog? And what if you got stabbed in the middle of the night? And then my dog he wouldn't have cared if my brother got stabbed. The dog would have been like, what about the dog?
I feel like I'm harnessing the inner Big Steve. He'd probably be like, what the fuck, you stupid ass friend? This is the dumbest story ever.
Yeah.
Fuck that name. Tell him to go fuck off.
My dad's probably mad here.
Your dad's probably like, move out.
My brother's probably mad that I'm telling this story because my dad like,
I don't know how you put up with that shit. Tell that guy to go fuck off.
So I just thought it was an interesting story that maybe people would get behind. Like, disrespectful. Took the dog out for a walk. That's showing it love.
I'm trying to think
That's what I was doing.
I'm trying to think of the only.
I was showing little Bindi love.
I'm trying to think of the only exceptions. The only exception.
Jersey City's very busy.
No, not only that, but what is there?
Everyone thinks it's a stolen dog. Is that possible?
What about this? What if the building has a rule about breeds of dogs and like, yo, they're trying to be under the radar.
That's very possible.
I would have known all this. It was
Look,
about,
I'm just speculating.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Because I know that some buildings,
more here than
like
meets
most,
the eye. He
most
took
leases,
it out for a walk.
Most leases, it's like no dogs, small dogs with approval.
Yeah, no.
So maybe it was
about
like
the safety of the dog and like how did you not let him know? Like
you said,
it's like his kid. It's like Tommy took out and this kid's
it's a pit bull, right?
Impression in his mind. My brother took out his baby without asking him.
Pit bulls can be a little bit like if you're walking the dog with a pit bull, right?
Could be aggressive if they're not trained the right way.
Not even that.
I think it's a pit bull.
It can try and protect you by going out after other dogs. And so if you're not prepared for that.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. There's got to be a reason. But here's the question.
I didn't hear that, but that's a good one, Spot. Like, you don't know how to handle a pit bull if it got aggressive.
Yeah, like I used to take.
That's good.
Like
I didn't think of that.
My pit bull used to take him for walks all the time. Not all the time, but used to take him for walks. And sometimes if he saw a dog, he would start to, like, you could feel him. You would have to just control, pull him back.
And you know what? Live with this dog for a minute now.
Wouldn't go after people.
It could be.
It's mostly other dogs. It's never people.
It could be what Spot's saying is that perhaps this dog, when you take it out around other dogs and stuff, you don't know its habits. Like, it could be walking all nice 1 second and then be like, whoa, like.
That's the best theory I've heard yet. However, I didn't hear that in my brother's story.
So to wrap up your 2 dog stories on National Dog Day, let's all decide.
National Puppy Day.
What is stranger? Offering a family member $4,000 to buy their dog, or getting mad at your friend for walking your dog? What's stranger?
I think my brother's story.
I think it's real.
Offering your family member.
My brother was like blindsided. Like, what?
Bribing a family member to buy their dog, or getting mad at your buddy for doing you the favor of walking their dog. It's a good question. Think about that. Discuss it with your wife or husband tonight at dinner. And there's your dinner conversation tonight.
National Puppy Day.
Hey, guess what I heard today on the radio? I was listening to Covino, Rich, and Spot on the podcast, and these are great dinner conversations.
I just don't like the double standard of, you're going to have to deal with my dog. But when my brother tried to do something nice about the dog, he was like offending the kid for some reason. I don't like that shit. Here's my brother.
Another good dinner conversation with your family tonight when you're sitting around. I love when people tell us that they bring up our dumb conversations with their family. Dinner tonight. How much money would you take to give up your family dog? If you have like an 8-year-old golden retriever and it's a part of the family, you got 2 little kids. If some stranger's like, I'll give you $25,000 for your golden retriever.
Yeah, but you're forgetting lots of things. Jordyn's saying nobody plays with that dog.
No, I'm not talking about you anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking in general.
I mean, but
how much money is there a bribe you would take? I'll give you $50,000 for your dog. Would some people be like, fuck yeah, take my dog, 50 grand? Other people would be like, not for $1 billion. Well, it's true.
Think about it and...
So when you had your dog Kaiser,
enjoy your doggy.
And you were living in Jersey, if someone's like, yo, 50 grand for your dog.
Never.
50.
Never.
100 grand.
I love that thing.
100 grand.
Loved him.
100 G's?
Nope.
A suitcase of $200,000.
Nope. Loved him.
Okay, now keep in mind, Jordyn's mom.
Don't you remember the conversation we had?
The dog. She wants to give her the dog.
Would you break your
girlfriend's legs or kill your dog? And I said I'd break my girlfriend's legs. She'll heal.
God, yeah, you did. Spot. I remember that.
I do remember that.
It's like they're so innocent and sweet and loving that I would never want. I couldn't.
Since it's National Dog Day, show them a clip of my rear dog. You got that?
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding.
I do.
No,
I don't think anybody
it's
wants
X-rated.
to see
I don't
that.
want. Yeah, I don't want. Happened once. Anyway,
some
thank
people,
you, Caleb. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Bree. What's up, Bree?
Some people were chiming in and saying, dude, I'd sell my dog for the right amount of money. Other people, not for $1 billion.
He was so sweet. He would just like look at me and like sniff me and then go.
But that's not what we're see. Like you're like mixing up the story a little bit.
This is not your story anymore.
Yeah, but like you've changed like the perspective of what I was saying here. Jordyn's mom's not giving it to a stranger. She's giving it to her daughter who she loves.
But you're trying to sweeten the deal with a financial bribe. With a bribe.
Like my
It's not a bribe. She's like, I don't want it for free. I'll give you. That's how much
it's a
I
bribe.
Like it. Is it a bribe if you're fucking
That's
giving it to your
exactly
mom?
what the definition of a bribe is.
If they were strangers, then I get it.
Kaiser was my brother's dog, right?
Yeah.
But my brother was never home. that dog was always like sitting around with my mother or just sitting around by itself. If I said to my brother, you know what, I'm taking the dog because you never take him out, you never do anything with him, my brother would freak the fuck out because that is his dog. Doesn't matter how much time he spends with it, it's his dog. So to offer money to someone for their dog, regardless of how much time they spend with it.
It's a good topic. It's a great conversation.
There's a bond there.
Have it at dinner tonight. Let's move on. But it is crazy to think, what is your number? What is your number? Would you sell your dog for 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, $1 million?
It's
nothing.
Insulting.
Does it depend on how old the dog is? Like,
again, guys, this is a separate question.
I mean,
is it different if it's like part of the family?
If you have kids, does that change it? Because not only are you saying goodbye to the dog, you're like, kids, we sold the dog. Like, that's a little different than we got, than being a single person with a puppy. All right. Are you guaranteed? Here's another factor.
Like it's like Pee-wee's bike. He wouldn't sell it for $1 million, billion, trillion, zillion dollars.
What about Pee-wee's dog, Speck?
He would never sell Speck.
Speck.
Here's a question. What if?
I think he'd sell his bike.
You're the
Speck.
best dog in the whole world.
I think he'd get rid of Speck before his bike, though.
No,
I love his bike so much.
Oh, here's another caveat.
About Speck.
I would sell
He
Piper.
loves Speck.
I would sell Piper.
Not like the bike.
I would sell Piper for an exorbitant amount of money if and only if I knew it was going to a person that was going to take care of it. What if the person said, I want to buy your dog, but I may kill it? Like, I think that's another element of this stupid hypothetical.
Like when in Father of the Bride Part 2, where Eugene Levy bought the house and he thought it was going to like some nice, sweet family. And then he shows up and he's about to hit it with a wrecking ball. So he buys it back for more money.
My dad says, I'll give away a big turtle and the bird Sanchez to anybody for free.
It's your mom.
That's my mom.
Your mom said, the turtle and Sanchez.
Your dad would lose it.
My dad is one of those guys who doesn't want to like show his heart. So he's like, I don't like that bird anyway. But meanwile, he fucking loves that.
If someone was like,
what's up, Sanchez?
And then Sanchez was like,
Yeah.
I hate that bird. All right, then I'll give you 10 grand for the bird. Get out of here. I love that bird.
My dad will be leaving a message. So anyway, I got to go make a delivery. You hear the bird in the background like, my dad's like, hey, shut the fuck up, Sanchez. Meanwhile, he loves the shit out of that bird. He wouldn't give it away. I don't think he would.
How's your food?
But my mom hates it. My mom hates it. And she hates his turtles too.
Why don't you give your mom 2 grand for the turtles?
But I bet you hit the nail on the head.
Sanchez.
My parents are probably steaming.
Sanchez.
Steaming.
At the Tommy story?
At the Tommy story, yeah.
So how's this going to resolve now?
What's Kyle talking about?
Because now they're awkward.
I don't know.
Now they're awkward living.
That was my brother's story, and I told him that he was in the right. I didn't think about the dangers of he didn't maybe know how to handle it if something like that happened. So that's a good point, but that was never expressed to me in the story.
Think about it.
That's not what the kid was saying to him either. But
I'm not disparaging pit bulls by no means, but because I've had one and I love them and I want one. But sometimes the way a pit bull will behave with its owner, because it's a very alpha type of dog, will be different than how it behaves with someone who's not the alpha to the dog.
Yeah. So that's a good point. That's the best point.
To be, but my brother could control the dog better than I could, even though the dog wasn't crazy. He still had more of a the Cesar Millan effect.
My brother's an easygoing guy.
Because he's the alpha.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's probably like, fuck it, yo. I ain't walking the dog ever again, yo.
Yo, that dog tried to pull me in the street, so I just let it go.
I was just trying to score some ass with the dog, whatever. Speaking of,
Probably
Ass Wednesday.
Yeah, you know what? We have ass stories today.
He told me. Oh, real quick. I'm sorry, Rich. He goes, yo, I was going to pull some move. It was the first time I saw some hot chicks in the building because they're newer in the building. He's like, I saw 3 chicks in the hot tub, but I didn't want to pull some mad creepy shit. He's like, I was going to say, is there room for one more? I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, but if you did it playfully and you laughed about it,
no,
I think you could have got away with it.
I think it could have worked.
Yeah.
Is there room for one more in there?
No, I said how you say it, right? If he was joking about it, yo, is there room for one more? What's up? Hey, ladies, what's up? And he was all smiles and laughing about it.
And no. Oh, no. If he said, yo, is there room for more and more as he was walking away?
Yeah.
then they might be like, yeah, sure, come in. But if he was like walking towards him, room for one more.
Yeah, the room for one more.
Like he needs to be like not walking towards them.
He's like, I didn't want to be like the creepy guy though, but I was close to doing
Well,
it.
it's a swank building, and there's a hot tub on premises, and there's hot girls. Take your shot. Take a shot.
The way you do that is if they were in the hot tub, he goes down by the pool, chills for a minute. Then as he's like walking up, he walks. Then he says that, and then they're like, "Yeah, come in." So
like,
then he
as he's walking away,
he doesn't just show up and go to the hot tub.
I pictured it though. I'm like, oh man, you can make that happen.
Does he wear some European little briefies? Little briefies like, hi, ladies.
I did that. Where was I? I was in Palm Springs. Kristen was in bed. It was at nighttime, and I'm like, hold on.
What happened?
It's not as crazy as it sounds.
Tell us.
I'm like, you know,
is it like the time Covino was on spring break with his girlfriend? She fell asleep, and then he went to go hook up with someone else.
Maybe. No, I'm like, I want to go in the hot tub. It's late. No one's around. It's nice out.
Not true.
It was windy. It was beautiful. So I go down and I go to the hot tub, and I didn't see from our room that someone was in the hot tub. I get down there. It's just another girl. I'm like, hey, mind if I chill in the hot tub? And she was like, sure. So we were just like both sitting there in the hot tub together. It was big, so we were on top of each other. But yeah, I don't know. There's really no ending to the story. You can just say, hey, mind if I come in? As long as you're not weird about it.
One of the lamest hot tub stories of all time has to do with Steve Covino. We're in Daytona Beach, Florida, hosting a Sirius XM event, much like how we hosted an event a week ago in Vegas. We've been doing this together for 15, 20 years.
I think this is pre-Covino and Rich.
Pre-Covino and Rich. We were just both hosts, and we were doing all these events when it was just Sirius Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at a hotel in Daytona, and these girls that were like the promo models for the event were at our hotel, and they were going into the hot tub, and they're like, come on in. And Covino's like, oh no, I don't have my bathing suit.
Oh, you're the lamest.
And I said, yo, bro, let's go in our fucking underwear. And you're like, no, bro, I'm not going to do that. You're the weakest. Like, this girl's asking us to go in the hot tub, and you're like, yo, bro, I just got my fucking boxer briefs. I don't got.
You suck. I was trying to wear like whitey briefies.
Show him a little impression.
Could have shown me the outline.
Some bulge.
Yeah.
You're weak.
So Covino's like, no, later, ladies. You're probably trying to stay on the level too.
Oh, please.
I was like, there's a lot involved here.
Oh, please.
Spot,
and I sort of wish I was as fat as I thought I was then. So I was probably a svelte 170.
Rich, weren't you in a hot tub at like some Z100 concert?
Yeah, and everyone thinks I fucked someone in the hot tub, and I didn't, but I'll let the rumor go on forever. Because I was in charge. I was put to the task of finding women in the tri-state area to watch a Z100 Zootopia big event.
Is Ass Wednesday beginning?
Yeah, sure.
Ass Wednesday begins.
And they tasked me and our buddy Nico with getting good-looking girls to be in the hot tubs near the stage.
What a job.
I remember being at the meeting. Spot was probably at this staff meeting. And we're going to have 2 hot tubs, 2 pools on the sides of the stage. Now, and Nico and I were like, could we be in charge of filling the pools with good-looking women? And it was like the early 2000s, so no one's like, that's creepy. They were like, yeah, Nico and Rich, perfect guys to do it. Go ahead. So every girl that we knew at clubs and bartenders and all the girls we knew in the tri-state area were like, yo, you want to go to Zootopia? Sit on stage in a hot tub? Yeah, we got to wear a bikini and look hot. And everyone was convinced because I think at one point there was like a girl or so sitting on my lap. And the rumor around the radio station was that I fucked a girl on stage at Giant Stadium. And I did not, but I will forever let that rumor continue because all it does is create a funny myth about me that wasn't true, but
the legend.
Are you going to correct like a legend about yourself?
When the legend becomes fact.
I'll be honest, I didn't do
Print
it.
the legend.
But if someone's like, yo, do you remember when Covino, you'd say.
I mean, you just said one. I didn't leave a room and hook up with some other girl, but if it makes me sound cool, then.
No, you didn't.
It kind of makes me sound creepy.
Didn't you say you were on spring break with a girl?
No.
She fell asleep and you went out to party again.
Party again and then hook up?
And you said you fell? You didn't hook up with another girl?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you did. You failed.
But print the legend.
You said you were in a shower with another girl.
It's a whole other story. That's true.
Okay.
Whole other story. I was in a shower with a girl with the most giant boobs I've ever seen in my life. Her name was Sally Scuds.
Stop it.
Sally
That's not real.
Scuds.
No, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right. I want to dedicate the rest of the hour of our show to Smut Tale. So let me give you 3 quick news alerts so we can get past news because it's just funny. 4 quick news alerts. I'll just read the headlines. You react. We'll move on. We already said it. Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. They've made a ton of big moves. The Dolphins are like a legit.
Wait, this is Rando News?
Yeah.
Oh, where's our stinger?
Rando News.
Oh, so we did. I hit it already.
Yeah, he hit it already.
I want to play it again.
I got a few quick stories.
Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins for 5 picks. That's a lot of picks.
That's sports.
That's a lot of picks. It's news, Spot. It's news. Britney Spears saying that she has no clue who Pete Davidson and Scott Disick are, but she thinks they're both very funny on social media. I don't know who they are, but I see them pop up on my news feed, and they're very funny. So Britney saying she has no clue who Pete Davidson or Scott Disick are, but she finds them both funny. Amanda Bynes. Following the lead of Britney Spears, she has been granted a release from her conservatorship. She says she's not ready to talk to anyone or be interviewed. When the time is right, she will. But for now, give her privacy. Amanda Bynes,
cool. I hope
freedom.
That she's still maintaining her whatever, because I think she was a little bit more off the deep end than Britney.
I think we remember that. She was, Amanda Bynes was having issues.
Strict bipolar disorder, I believe. She went a little.
That shit made her funny, though. She was funny.
But young, when she was young.
Yeah, but she was funny. Though.
She got older.
I liked her. And I watched that movie. What was that movie where she was a soccer player? With Channing Tatum?
Oh, She's the Man.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, Amanda Bynes is very funny.
It's great. She has great movies. What a Girl Wants, very emotional movie.
Jordan made me watch that. I was like, why am I watching this? Oh, okay, I like it. I'm good with it.
Wait, What a Girl Wants. You're right. Good movie.
Her and Colin Firth.
It's funny.
You know, she goes, her father's like a lord or something. And she goes
into the States.
Into the UK. It's
a good one.
It's a great movie.
And one last headline.
British humor.
In the world of broadcasting, we know all the switcheroos that are happening. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman leaving Fox to go to ESPN's Monday Night Football. And it looks like, as of yesterday.
That's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman? I thought that was Joe Buck and the white Jay-Z.
Could be.
By the way, I saw Troy Aikman's announcement about it. And he was like, I'm so happy to go with my co-host of 17 years or something like that. Yeah. I'm like, what? How long? And it was the sentiment was like he grew up watching Monday Night Football and to be part of the team with his. I'm like 17 years they've been doing that now or something like that. And I'm
the only part of it that bums me out is Joe Buck to me is synonymous with important baseball.
That one's out of here.
Joe Buck on a national scale is clearly one of the best, if not the best. So Joe Buck's been doing the World Series since the 90s. So he is the voice of important baseball.
He's got baseball in his blood for sure.
And his dad, Jack Buck. And to not have Joe Buck calling the World Series just seems weird. And, I guess Monday Night Football is the next step for him. But maybe ESPN will do some random baseball games with Joe Buck. But Joe Buck is the best baseball voice other than a couple local guys that people like. But no more World Series for Joe Buck.
Speaking of my buddy Rodney, who hit me up yesterday. True story. Next time you come home, I want you to call one of the local football games. I'm like, come on. Can't we just hang? You got to put me to work?
Yeah, but you don't know how to call a football game.
That's what I said. I said, I suck at that. He's like, you'll be just fine. I'm like, yo, bro, I know my skills. That's not one of them. I said, I'll go in there and say, what's up?
And I bring up the Joe Buck and
I think I am Joe Buck.
Troy Aikman thing because the carousel of broadcasters continues as we know Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth are going to do Sunday Night Football, the most watched game of the week.
Always baffles me because he says he's not black. I'm like, then what is he? I think he claims like he's Italian. And not claims. I don't know. I think he says he's Italian Tirico, I'm assuming. And something else.
I think Chris Collinsworth is my personal favorite. But Collinsworth and Tirico, they've done it before when Al Michaels has taken a week off or something. So Tirico and Chris Collinsworth on NBC Sunday Night Football. And Al Michaels is getting, quote, Joe Buck money just to do Thursday Night Football on Amazon.
Good for him.
And Al Michaels, probably one of the most familiar voices of our life. Al Michaels, a legend, even in his 70s, I think hasn't missed a beat as far as how great he is in the booth. So Al Michaels will be, I'll tell you what, it also gives credibility, in my opinion, to Thursday Night Football and starts to make that brand a little more important, right? Like,
there you go.
Remember how we talked about the John Madden documentary how him and some of those people going to Fox made Fox go from nothing to like, oh, they got credibility. If Amazon and there's new partners for Thursday Night Football, and usually Thursday Night Football is like snoozer games most of the time. Mm-hmm. But if you tell me Thursday Night Football is now Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, and they're going to be the new duo, and Kirk's like the big college guy.
That where you grew up?
Kirk Herbstreit?
Yeah,
Herbstreit?
Herbstreit, yeah.
Kirk Herbstreit.
So
what a name.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a pretty sweet.
I'm going to get a dog and name it Kirk Herbstreit.
Our first house was on Herb Street.
Herb Street in Franklin Street.
Trying to raise a family over here.
So Al Michaels getting Joe Buck money. Good for him. Which means the last point of that story is that our pal, Kevin Burkhardt, unless there's any changes, he is the lead Fox football guy. He went from selling cars in New Jersey to SNY
to swinging his gag
to being the biggest dude on Fox Sports.
Guy has
television
BDE.
In what, a decade? 10, 15 years?
He had noticeable BDE.
Oh, for me now. I was on SNY.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have
I
it.
don't know about you guys, but me, yeah.
Think about it. He was a sideline guy.
But that was the whole point.
Was a big gig.
The whole point was that
but
Kevin,
we had our own show.
That was the whole point, that Kevin Burkhardt went from selling used cars to getting a chance at SNY, being the Mets sideline reporter.
What kind of cars did he sell?
I think he worked at a Chevy dealership in New Jersey. I'm not joking.
Oh, that's a big jump up.
So he was selling cars in Jersey, and now he's making millions of dollars a year. He's Fox's new #1 guy.
He's great at what he does.
King of cars.
He's just good at it.
And Tirico is great. I agree with Kyle. Tirico could roll with any. He could roll with any sport. Syracuse guy. I met him he was the guest speaker at one of the college reunions a few years back. So,
in other Rando news, I'll make it quick because we got asked to get to. There was a Brazilian singer hospitalized. Her name is Vivian Queiroz. Did you see this story? It was in the New York Post.
By the way,
yesterday.
based on this story, I need to step away because I don't want to be in the hospital.
Vivian Queiroz.
Gross.
She really wanted to fart.
Gross.
But she wasn't at a farting level of her relationship. So she held it in, and the gas pains took her to the hospital the next day. So Brazilian hottie, mommy, hospitalized for holding in her farts. And that's why I just let it rip, man. Let farts fly.
No, you don't.
Let them fly.
Don't.
Let them fly. It's dangerous.
Probably shouldn't have Googled
And it's a
Brazilian
real story,
girl
by the
farts.
way. It's a real story.
Probably shouldn't have Googled Brazilian girl
It was
farts.
everywhere yesterday. I don't know if you saw it.
No, but I probably shouldn't have Googled
Because
that.
it sparked a lot of conversation of like, should women be farting in front of their men?
Singer
And I say
hospitalized
no.
because she wouldn't fart in front of her partner.
See? Thought I made that
I
shit
want to
up.
know how long they've been dating. Hold on. Let's see how long they've been dating.
But did you Google Brazilian fart box?
No, Brazilian girl farts. Definitely don't Google that. She's for 15.7 million followers. She wrote, "Girls, don't be ashamed to fart in front of your guy."
Dip away and do it.
Because what's
don't hold
really
him in,
embarrassing
Have a little
is
class.
not letting your guy
hey.
sleep because you're in discomfort, going to the hospital with your guy, and the diagnosis being trapped.
Trapped gas.
I wonder how you say that in Portuguese.
You got to let him fly, but you got to dip away to do it.
Man,
Like Rich just did.
this girl don't fart.
I heard Rich in the bathroom just now. It sounded like this.
Yeah, dip away. Be polite.
So that's a true story.
Imagine farts coming out that booty.
Yeah, just go to the bathroom. Dip away. We'll go in the other room.
By the way,
Just-
those are so breathable. She could just let one out. No one would know.
Hey, Rich, for fun, I'm moving on. I'm getting through this quick so we could move on and talk about ass cheeks.
Fart in front of your
not
significant
farting
other.
ass cheeks.
no, don't do it. Go
Fart
ahead.
in front of your significant other.
No, don't listen to Spot.
Spot says fart in front of your significant other.
Then you should, if you want to take Spot's advice, do it.
Live.
Yeah, no, that's gross advice, bro.
No,
Sorry.
terrible
No,
advice.
keep the fantasy life.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Keep
Live
it
in
alive.
discomfort the rest of your life. I hope
Discomfort?
both of you end up in the hospital with fart pains.
Well, she should have got up and did it with a clay.
No one's saying to hold in your farts,
Yeah.
dummy.
I hope you end up in the hospital with fart pains.
What happened to Covino?
Ah man, fart
Guess what?
pains took
I'll
him
never
out.
be in the hospital for that. I can promise you.
Fart pains.
So,
Yeah. You. By the way, you think you were in the hospital for COVID? No, you were there for fart pains.
Rich,
We actually, it turns out you tested negative
For COVID-19, you have fart pains.
positive for fart pains.
Fart pains.
Go ahead.
according to the Guinness Book of World Records,
Fart pains.
one of our Carls sent us this. A shout out to you. I'm forgetting who it is in the moment. I rarely forget these things.
Wait.
But the toughest tongue twister According to Guinness, which I'm a big fan of, I saw myself being in there somehow, some way, one day.
You can. You just need to do something peculiar.
Yeah.
By the way, the world record for the longest fart is 2 minutes and 42 seconds straight.
It's a lot of air in your butthole.
Did you know that?
That's great. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the toughest tongue twister is the sixth sick sheik's sixth sheep's sick.
I don't even know what
Say
you
it
just
again?
said.
I sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
The sixth sick sheik's sixth sheep's sick.
The sixth
Say
Oh, come on. Don't even bother.
The sixth sheep's sick.
The sixth chic six sheep.
It's just so peculiar. So I'm like, I'll bring that up. Whatever.
Sixth sheep's sick.
The sixth
Warm up your tongue.
Yeah, it's impossible. I can't even.
The sixth sheep sick. The sixth sheep sixth.
So the
sheep
sixth,
sick.
the sixth sheik, right?
The sixth sheep.
Break it down.
The sixth
sheik is sick.
Yeah,
and he's the sixth one, but he has 6 sheep.
And the sixth one's sick.
The sixth one.
So
is
the
sick.
the sixth thick. The sixth sick chic thick.
I'll give it a go. Hold on. The sixth chic sixth sheep sick. The sixth chic sixth sheep sick.
The sixth chic sixth sheep sixth. You can't say it fat. You can't say it normally.
Yeah.
You really have to enunciate. So it's the sixth sick sheep sixth sheep's sick.
So you couldn't even do it that way.
I can't.
Even
It's
if you
tough.
slow down, try to slow down. Do it. The
sixth
sixth chic sheep sick.
The sixth sick sheep's sixth sheep's six.
You need to over enunciate like that. The sixth sick sheep
can't even do it
sixth sheep's
I don't-
sick. Yeah. Next,
I want to see Eminem do that shit.
that shit'll blow your mind.
Can Twista do this tongue twister? How about Busta Rhymes? That's impossible.
While it's easy enough to read, speaking it out loud without mispronouncing a syllable takes a special kind of verbal dexterity, according to facts. So the sixth sick sheik's sixth sheep's sick.
It's impossible. Impossible. There it is. All right, hold on. Boom. So, Rando news almost done. There was a live chicken stuck in a fat man's ass, and he was rushed to the hospital to get it removed. I thought this was a bullshit story. I'm still hoping that it is, but I don't think it is. I don't know if you saw it, but there's this slob, 57-year-old slob farmer from Shelbyville, Indiana, had a 5-pound chicken stuck up his ass.
Maybe he
the chicken he could have died, and of course the chicken was suffocating because it was stuck up his ass. His ass.
But it was a live chicken?
Did he like put an egg up
Not
there?
a chicken bone, not a chicken foot, fucking chicken. I was like, wait a second.
Did he put an egg up there?
Wait, is that what?
holding the
Wait,
hatchet
hold on.
and it
Is that
hatched and
what
grew?
Mickey wanted Rocky to do once he caught the chicken?
Now put it up your ass, Rock.
You're gonna catch a chicken, and then when you catch it, you stick it up your ass.
Briefly tried to
discipline.
That's funny.
Yo, Mick, I don't know if I want to catch it.
Catch it, Mick. Or catch it, Rock, and put it up your ass.
Sounds a little foofy, you know.
Yo, like I don't know,
You gotta get it and shove it up your asshole.
You sound a little foofy, Mick.
You're like, I don't know if I can catch it, but if I do catch it, I'm not gonna stick it up
Well,
my
then
ass.
you're a bum. Then you're a bum, and you're no champion.
I don't got a locker, but I got a chicken on my ass.
Stupid. The paramedics briefly tried to
of
remove
course
the
it's Indiana.
agitated bird from its uncomfortable position, but to no avail, and decided to transport Mr. Adams and the bird to
Christopher
MPH
Adams.
Major Hospital. It was a 7-hour surgical intervention. Very delicate. Both man and the chicken survived. Bro.
No, if I asked you,
I don't make monkeys. I just train them. I don't make the news.
if you were on
guys.
Family Feud with Steve Harvey, and it would be like, number one animal you'd stick up your ass, what would the answer be?
Number one animal?
Number one animal you'd stick up your ass.
Oh, I got it. Sorry. I was actually pulling up the chicken scene from Rocky.
Thank you, Smut.
Sorry, is that what you meant? I thought you meant the actual chicken scene from Rocky.
No, my whole setup with Steve Harvey was just a callback to the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it was.
Speed in them legs.
You have to wear that stinking sweatshirt.
Well, it brings me luck, you know.
You know what it brings? It brings flies. Now listen, I want you to try, listen to me. I want you to try to chase this little chicken.
Well, what do I gotta chase a chicken for? It's embarrassing.
So you can shove it up your ass! Shove it up your ass, Rock!
Second.
And then you're gonna put it up there!
I don't want to shove it up my ass.
No, you're gonna spread your cheeks! You're gonna stick it up your ass! You ain't got no heart!
Yeah, got it.
If you say
Well,
so.
neither are you very mature. Now listen, get this thing.
Hey, put it up there!
Come on, go on and get him! Get him! Come on, what's the matter with you? Get him! Pick him up!
Put him up there!
Put him down!
Thank you. Chasing the chicken stinks.
All right.
All right.
Want to try that joke again? We can try that joke again.
No, that's good. No, that's fine.
Two more quick stories. Shoji Morimoto. You know who that is?
No.
Shoji Morimoto.
A very popular Asian man that did something cool.
Kind of. Not really, though.
Something to do with Nintendo.
Over the past 4 years, Shoji Morimoto has built a cult following and career by offering himself as a warm body who could simply just be there, doing nothing.
Just like I'll be a professional, like cuddle there for you type of person.
Not whatever, like your companion. If you're running a race, you need somebody to cheer for you. Like
I'm just there.
He's there and has built a career on this.
Oh, okay.
And the Independent wrote a whole article.
Good for
He's
him.
done all kinds of different shit, like sat in someone's bedside. Like any time that someone just needs somebody, just a body. Like I need one more. I need a date. This guy has built a career out of it. So props to him. Look, he once sat with a client for a hemorrhoid surgery consultation.
Then he went to a wedding the next day.
One woman hired him to accompany her as she filed her divorce papers. Like, this guy's the guy. So there you go. Don't tell me you can't find a job. This dude is hired to do nothing.
I saw a poster when I was walking along my usual route by the mall of a guy that looks like me, only probably 100 pounds heavier. And he says, need a friend for a walk, or like need a walking friend. And then it had the little tabs that you could pull off and hire him to be your walking buddy.
Oh, that's this guy's do. See? So there's opportunity. Last
You're
story.
telling me you can't find a job.
Should I like just for fun for the show, hit him up and see if he wants to go for a walk?
Lonnie brings up a good point. Rent this guy instead of getting a dog.
Nah.
He can just sit in your apartment on your belly.
I'll get you this guy's number.
Dog's way cuter than that guy.
When I can't go to something,
can't have that guy sitting on my chest.
I'll ask this guy to show up for me. You'll be like, oh, that's Smut.
3 quick sports tidbits. We already talked about Tyreek Hill, so that's one. He's now a Dolphin. The Jets were in the mix for a second. And Masvidal is in the news. Well, no, you know what? Before I get to him.
Is he a Dolphin or Maria Menounos?
I don't know if you saw this, but OBJ reportedly won't rule out a move back to Cleveland with Baker Mayfield on his way out. So it's like, wow, he really was like not vibing with Mayfield that much.
Could be. I mean,
The headline, again, it's Sports Illustrated. Remember that magazine you used to read? With Baker Mayfield on his way out, OBJ reportedly won't rule out a move back to Cleveland. Hasn't slammed the door shut on a return to the Browns. So it's kind of interesting. It makes you say, wow. So he's willing to play there, just not with Baker Mayfield.
I'm sort of loving the idea. I'm loving some of these power teams that are falling apart a little bit because it does. If you thought the parity in the league was good last year, all the top teams are losing key components. Tyreek Hill, Von Miller, like a lot of these big guys on power teams, gone.
And last story, Jorge Masvidal got into a street brawl with Colby Covington.
I saw that, man.
They obviously...
The beef is real.
Supposedly settled it in the octagon. Covington won.
Beefy.
But Masvidal pulled some street shit. You know, it's how we roll in Miami kind of thing. And
like Rocky V, like, yo, like, who needs a ring type of shit.
You know, I think, here, according to a video obtained by TMZ and police at the scene, Covington can be heard saying, Jorge Masvidal's over here swinging, trying to come at me, and I ran. How would he know I'm here? Masvidal said in a video he tweeted in which he tagged Covington saying, you talk shit, that's how you got to back it up. That's how my city rolls, man. So he's like, show your face because we fucked you up. I think he kind of like snuck him while he was out and about.
That's like weird.
Yeah.
That's
like
not good.
Street behavior.
That's like arrest him.
Yeah, and he's all proud of it. And I sent Spotty the clip. Saw it on my favorite Instagram page. Not House of Chingazos. Not Foos Gone Wild. World Star! I say Covington funny, Raymond?
You do.
Covington?
How does he say it funny?
How do you say Covington?
I don't know. Is it Covington?
Colby Covington? Covington? I mean, it's like Covino, but I do say Covino because it's really Covino. It just takes more effort to say that.
Covino.
My dad says, hey, Steve Covino. I say Steve Covino, but it's really Covino.
All right, you have a lot. You have more news updates than you said. You're leaving limited time for ass talk. You said you had like 1 or 2 things. You said you had 6 things.
The shout out to Ben Nelson.
Call this show your face challenge. You know, what's up? I'm from Dade County. You talk that shit, you gotta back it up. That's how my city rolls, man.
Kind of a shitty move.
Criminal.
But thank you guys. Shout out Carrie Kuhnman. Appreciate you.
Hi, Carrie.
Bill Waxon, Cole Maxon, Relaxon, Jackson, Patrick, Raymond, Ben Nelson, like I said. Ben Nelson's very handsome, right?
So
very
handsome.
Very handsome guy.
Ben Nelson?
Ben Nelson.
He's like top tier handsome.
Oh, yeah.
As far as our listeners.
Ryan Justin, very handsome.
Very handsome.
Very handsome.
And
very
handy
talented.
too.
Handy guy.
Handy and handsome.
Gabe, he's handsome.
Super handsome.
And
gotta call him back.
Drew Mack and all the regulars. JC in Kentucky, thank you guys.
Yeah, they've fallen down in my ranks.
Regulars, new people, appreciate you. Thank you.
They're like OG handsome. New handsome has shown up.
New handsome.
I'm all about the new handsome.
All right.
Yeah.
They're
I agree with Christopher Frey. He had 25 minutes to beat him up in an octagon. Couldn't do it, so he takes a cheap shot in the streets.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with that. I mean,
you had a pay-per-view octagon top-tier event, and you got beat.
Fucking deal with it.
Walk away, punk.
Bitch move.
Walk away, bitch.
Yeah, it made me lose respect for him, to be honest. Like, you had your chance, dude.
All right. I want smut.
All right. Got 3 smut tales.
Booty, booty, booty.
Woo-hoo. Not necessarily smut tales about me. They're just smut style stories. Number 1, Spot, I sent you on the CNR text massage, 412, the letter CNR show, where you guys can reach us if you want. In-show thread, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We got you. Rocking everywhere.
Play this at my BMW event. Everyone went nuts. They were twerking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Spot, I sent you 2 TikTok videos, and they're on, each one are on a side of, I sent you a picture of me and Emmy 4 years ago today. You don't need to pull that up. It's right above that.
Oh.
I was like, the picture of me and Emmy, you ever see these memories
Way to set
pop
up
up?
the smut tales.
You ever see the memories pop up?
Right,
Well,
Smut
Smut is how she was created.
Now I got to show it.
Well, I mean, 4 years ago today, like, you know when parents say, time flies, and you're like, yeah,
Now
I know,
gotta
but
show
it really does. Like, that was 4 years ago today.
So
4 years ago? Where's the time going, bro?
Yeah, it's flying. Hate it.
She's going to be 5 soon?
I hate it every day.
Look at her.
You got a preteen.
I hate that.
My daughter's going to kindergarten. That was 4 years ago.
So above that?
Right. Well, actually, 2 above that Spot is a video that you would like. So if you want to play that, it's 10 seconds because you're the type of guy that would love that. Right above the picture of Sarah and I. It's like an eye roll at sports fans. I know Spot loves this type of shit.
I love this type of shit.
Nerds like Spot love this shit.
Sorry, let me turn off Bubba Sparks.
This is like nerd Spot porn.
Like
Let's
Ian
enjoy
Kennedy.
sports, it's entertainment, but you're not on the team. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Like when you care that much about something that's not you, like if you care that much about Star Wars, you're a dork. Everyone calls you a dork. But why don't we call them sports dorks? They do the same shit as a Star Wars dork. They'll go to the game dressed up like the people that they're going to watch.
Yep.
How is that different than a Jar Jar Binks costume? It's not. It's the same.
Right?
To walk into a place like, hey, look at me, I'm Soriano. It's like, no, you're not. You're somebody who gave up on life like 12 years ago, and now you're living vicariously through this dude who's richer than you, and you're wearing his work clothes. That's weird.
So there you go, Spot. I thought you would.
Come on, I want to hear the rest.
thought you would get a kick out of that.
I couldn't agree more with that.
That's
and
fantastic.
we always say, like, you're a sport nerd, and that's the difference between what Rich and I do and what other people do. And I always tell Rich, you're a little too nerdy about it. Like, chill. Yeah.
You're just the handsome cosplayers.
Oh, I'm not.
Thanks,
I'm
Spot.
not sports
I'll take
nerdy
it.
like that at all.
No, you're just the handsome.
All right, now the TikTok link I sent you.
Like Henry Cavill.
I agree.
He's Superman, but he also plays World of Warcraft.
The TikTok video I sent you below the picture of Sarah and I, Spot, is something I've mentioned before on this show. Something I've mentioned before on this show, and it's Smut conversation, round one. Now, a lot of women have like, you've seen women like, to date a guy, I need him to be tall.
Like real women or like college swimmer women?
Good women, bad women, all women. All women have.
The guy has his cock and balls. I didn't know that.
He does?
Yeah. Because the women on the swim team are like offended by it. He's letting it just swing around. I didn't know that.
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
I can talk about that for all 3 hours and would make no progress.
Dude, I had it written down. I left it out just because.
If he turns around, is it like when they turned around Ray Finkel and
I thought
I
thought it was a touchier
I
story
found Captain
because
Winky. Is it like that?
She fully converted and like right.
Well, got his. Just don't get into it. We'll maybe another
it's
day.
not
his cock and balls.
It's not as easy of like you can't just do that overnight.
I know, but Spot, I agree with Covino. It's absurd.
Therapy.
Next, stop, because it'll be the rest of the show.
Then you have the surgery.
Yeah.
That's not the ass.
I'm confused about.
That's not the ass I wanted to talk about. All right, continue.
Yeah, exactly. Is that the ass you want to talk about?
No, it's just our nice way of referencing something that's all over the news.
Yeah, it's anyone that. All right, forget it. All right, women, good women, bad women, beautiful women, respectful women, and trash bag women all have what they look for in a man. There's no harm in having standards, right? Like that jerk off Shake from Love is Blind season 2. Yes, he's a doofus, but he's allowed to want a petite woman. That is his preference.
Taste.
You could say, I like a girl with a huge ass. That's a preference. You could say, yeah, that girl's got no booty. Not for me. That's not rude unless you say it and insult her. If you're thinking it, you are allowed as a human being to have preference, right? Right? So I saw some of the women on Barstool that do that like women in the office thing. And they brought up a rule that I think we've mentioned many times on the show over its history. But I think for a younger generation, you know how every younger generation discovers something that we've already talked about?
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. It's kind of annoying.
Like when you're like, here's something, and they're like, oh my God, I've never heard that. And you're like, oh. Women have talked about this for a while, but Spot, this is what women call the rule of sixes.
You taught me something called the 3 6s.
Yes.
Do elaborate.
The 3-6 rule, where when we're looking for an ideal guy, they have to be above 6 feet, make at least 6 figures, and have 6 inches. Your dick needs to be at least 6 inches.
So Jordyn has the 3-6 rule, which,
and I'll be lenient on the last one, okay, everyone? Okay, it's better
Is
if you're
6
like,
even a lot?
I don't know.
I think that's like average. It's like saying he needs to be 5'10".
Maybe big dick energy.
Yes.
I like that better.
Ooh,
Yeah,
6
I like
inch
that better.
energy.
6 inch energy. Okay, I like that.
You taught me something called the 3-6.
So
6 inches is big.
6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches. Pretentious or reasonable for a woman to say that is her requirement. And then I ask you, what in your mind would be a fair, equally vain requirement for a man to have a woman? Well, all right, you got the 3 6s. Well, when I'm looking for a woman, here's my 3 things. And then I thought about this, Covino. This is wild. The most elite club of all time that I feel like we know one person in it, and there might be less than 20 people in the world in this club. And that, my friends, is the club of 7s. 7 foot, 7 figures, 7 inches. And our buddy Ryan Hollins might be the only 7'7" guy on earth.
Somebody let him know right now.
Or Shaquille O'Neal.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Shaq, Ryan Hollins, a 7 foot basketball player might be the only, like, it's a very elite. There's a lot of 6'10" basketball players. But Covino, to think, imagine the very elite, small group of people that are the rule of 7s. Rule
Very
of 6s.
elite.
Rule of 6s. I don't think it's an unfair thought for a woman to have.
Here we go.
I mean,
to be gossipy about it,
and every person should have an expectation.
But
what do you bring into the table is what makes it eye rolly.
So
to be gossipy about it on a podcast, hey, that's no different than us talking about booties in the 2000s and what you want out of a woman. Oh, she's hot. She's got titties.
These are the guys currently over 7 feet.
All right.
So you want to start at 7?
No, you don't have to read them all, but is there, I mean.
Well, Taco Fall.
He's definitely over 7 inches.
Let's see.
It's a big boy.
Some of these guys probably have like the catch is like, oh, they got a small weenie. Like not all of them.
Yao Ming definitely.
Embiid.
Joel Embiid definitely is in this category. But yeah, no, that's an interesting thought that like, yo, there are a few men on planet Earth.
Few.
Like few, like literally.
I mean, there's very few 7-foot people.
Oh, Kristaps Porzingis.
There was like a weird stat of how little of the population is 7 foot, like only like 1,200 in the world or something like that.
Kyle in Pennsylvania said, I'll give Rich credit because I've heard him mention this stupid thing over the last 15 years. Yeah, because I've heard women say it before, and these just younger women at Barstool are just sort of, again, discovering this now. Like, I heard this new thing, Jackie. It's like, yeah, like, women have talked about this before. So I think it's fair for a woman to do this. I just think it's vain. So let's go the reversal. What could a man want out of a woman? Would it be fair to be like,
well, I definitely
I want you to be
don't
under
want 6 inches.
No, but what would be an equivalent requirement for a woman?
She got to be 36, 24, 36.
Only
if she's
5'3".
Only if she's. I subscribe to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I'm gonna call 1-800 Mix-a-Lot and kick my nasty thoughts.
So let's forget about dumb things like, well, she's got to be under this dress size or weigh this. I'm saying less vain. Like
small waist, pretty face with a big ace.
That's a good one too.
Someone said good credit.
Credit.
Like, what if you met someone and they're like, yo, I'm in major debt? Is that like, no, I'm not interested.
So financially sound.
We're talking about
financially sound.
Lame thing. Mark S said he wants a thigh gap. He wants to be able to. There's a little peaky hole. He doesn't want.
It's called the Toblerone tunnel.
Yeah.
You need a Toblerone tunnel.
Yeah,
you see the sunlight shine right through it.
Here's the problem.
Checklists are lame. I agree.
If we're gonna keep it to 3s,
you know when Jay-Z does this, he's just doing the Toblerone tunnel.
Yeah.
Right. If we're doing 3s, if we only have 3 things to choose from, physical attributes need to all be grouped together because I can't go like she needs to have a handful boob. She needs to have a giant ass but tight. She needs to have like thighs but like not too thick. Like I want the whole physical package.
Jason Brown said, "Cook, clean, credit."
Dang, that's
I
tight.
cook. Know how to cook.
I don't need a girl who cooks.
Know how to cook.
I don't need a girl who cooks.
Be tidy, clean, and don't come to me with a bunch of debt. Cook, clean, credit. Is that fair?
I would say clean, physically and out. In the place.
But clean like a Latina woman.
Yeah,
not like like put some elbow into that shit.
Give me a third one. Someone said.
bod.
Someone said no debt, no kids, no cats. Like what would be the no pets, no kids, no pets, no debt?
Covino had shit credit when Jordyn met him.
Financially sound.
Look how great their relationship is. Thank you, Alex, for bringing up my shitty credit. No, but you're right. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
Financially sound, good friends, because sometimes girls have like trash bag friends.
I like that spot. Good friends.
So good social circle.
I like Spot's positive twist on it. Spot goes good credit,
find
good
a way
friends.
Of making it concise.
So good,
like the 3 C's.
Financially, oh, you want it to be okay.
He's got it. Like they got the 3 6s. So yours has to be
financially sound. So F. I'm going to do 3 Fs. Financially sound. For good friends circle, and fat ass.
My man. The
there
3
you go.
Fs. Financially sound,
friendships,
fat ass, and friendships.
Yeah. I got the 3 Fs.
I like it.
You can stick with that?
Yeah, I
like it.
Make your own.
Yeah,
that's for me.
Man. No, I like it.
Great point, Spot.
We're not going to deny any of
Great
those
point.
things.
What is Covino's catchphrase you always tell your daughter? Because it's a good one. Show me your friends. I'll show you your future.
Yeah, like I cook. I don't need a girl to cook. I'll cook for her. She cooks for me in the bedroom.
But my point is Jason Brown and other people like cook, clean, credit. Spot's like friends, finances,
and fat ass.
Yeah.
And for me, fat ass and company,
But you just don't want a girl with a flat. Like
I don't want a flat butt.
butt.
I don't want a fat gut. I want a fat ass.
Yeah.
Some people are saying clean for sure. No one wants a messy best.
Yeah, like my Kristen's the best. She keeps everything so clean.
So just think that there are
the 3 S's are shave, shit, and shower, right? So you can't have the 3 S's.
Yeah. What is the? I saw
that today.
I saw
so 3 Fs. I like the 3 Fs.
I saw the screenshot of a text message where I'm wondering if the guy was a dick or not. I'm sure it was a fake text message. It was like a Tinder exchange where the girl's like, I'm excited to see you tonight. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be a good time. And she's like, by the way, how tall are you? And he's like, I'm 6 foot. She goes, oh, good, because I'm not into short guys. And he's like, how tall are you? She's like, 5'2". He's like, sorry, I'm into tall girls, but later. And it's like, I think it's fair for a woman to ask how tall are you.
It's kind of gross though. It is fair, but it still bothers me when I hear girls say things like that. I really do. It really is. It's probably because I'm old school.
I think it bothers me when I hear.
I agree with Rich. Like,
I think it bothers me
fair
when
to have an expectation. It is, but I just don't like hearing it presented that way.
I agree with Preston though. When it does bother me when I see people that are mutants that have these rules. It's like I'm like some fucking gross mutant. That's
I
like,
said that too. I said, what do they bring into the
table?
table?
No, you got to bring something to the table. Like if there's some fucking gross mutant that's like, I need a guy that's 6'6" and 6. It's like, yeah, you're a fucking beast, guy. You. Then some guy who's like some gross, broke ass, like fat bald guy is like, I need a girl to have a great ass. It's like, you need nothing.
That's where it's eye rolly. Like, are you the catch to be saying that?
People with checklists are often people that are divorced. That's a decent point. Yeah, let's see. You don't look crazy.
And by the way, all of those expectations are like superficial based. It's got to be 6 feet. It's got to be 6 inches. Like, gross. Like, this just sounds classless. Got to make 6 figures.
You're
like,
like
okay,
classy.
what are you making? Like I don't like their rule. You're allowed to have expectations, but the 3 6s, if a woman's like very proud of like that's what their requirements are.
That was my point originally. My point was if it's on a podcast and they're goofing around, it's one thing. But if a girl in real life advertises like, here's my rule, like she could think that deep down inside. Like you might say to yourself,
but then again,
you may never say it out loud.
Have our own standards. So it's like,
you may never say it out loud. But if you're like, I can never date a girl that's this big or this broke or has kids. Like now, if you advertise it, you're an asshole.
Keep in mind too,
you're allowed to have personal, secretive preferences.
These are also big city hoes, so they're in like the New York area. If you're not making at least 6 figures, you're kind of a deadbeat. In the rest of the country, you can get by. You can get by with half of that.
It's a regional thing.
But you know, if you're making less than that, you ain't going out to dinner every night a week. You're not living in a nice apartment. You're not living a lifestyle that someone would want in the New York City area.
That's a fair statement.
Or here, for that matter.
Spot, you hit the 6s.
I do. I mean,
you could date her.
I could.
I can't, man. Damn.
You're never gonna know.
Sucks.
6 inches. What was the third one? 6
foot.
Oh,
You're
6
foot.
feet. Yeah,
6 foot.
Yeah, I got all 3 6s.
There you go.
I'm so broken up that I can't.
But what is the?
I got 6-inch guns.
Is the big difference here to wrap this smut tail? Woo! This conversation is it? You're allowed to have preferences, and you're allowed to be like, yo, like you could say, I don't want to date her because she's got a weird butthole, but you don't advertise like I won't date a girl with a weird butthole.
Chocolate starfish.
But you can date a girl and be like, yeah, I saw her naked and I just can't do it. But it's a matter of advertising it versus.
What do you mean by weird butthole?
By the way, did you see the latest movie coming out? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Starfish?
Yeah, I have. So excited for it. But what do you mean by weird butthole? I don't know, dude. Like what's makes it looks like Gonzo? What makes it
a
weird?
Weirdo? Yes. I don't know what you want to tell you. I think you're allowed to have preferences.
Does it make like parodies like Taco Grande? Mexican Ghostbusters are here if you hear some noise.
Can you get them to come like 20 minutes later?
If you hear noise in the background.
Or maybe like do everything else first, then do the...
Like a girl that says those things, they're advertising that their priorities are all off.
Are they though?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I heard my daughter be like,
advertising.
yeah, I can't because his dick was too small. I'd be like, yo, chill and fucking like get your priorities straight.
I think
that's someone's daughter. If someone really subscribes to that, like it's funny. But I'm saying in reality,
I'm saying you're allowed to have an expectation. My point is the private conversation of that, the private nature of that conversation versus like openly talking about it makes you shitty. Like I'm allowed to. There's things that I wouldn't say out loud.
You got to be honest about that. It's funny though, so it is funny.
It's funny, but I'm saying if a girl in her mind is like, I want the guy to be 6 foot because I want to marry a tall guy.
But I get it. Are you a tall girl, right? Because then you're like, you don't want someone short.
Yeah.
I get all
So
that.
if you're a girl that's like 5, let's say you're
Right.
5'8",
Yeah.
5'7", and you're like, well, I don't want to date a 5'7" guy. So if a girl's like, I want a tall guy, I'm
some little 5 foot nothing girl saying that, I'm like, look at you.
No, if a tall, if
barely 5 foot,
if a
who
girl
would
that's
judge anybody?
if a girl that's tall says, I want a guy
5
that's
foot nothing.
I want a guy that's
5 foot
I want a guy
nothing.
that's 6
100 and
foot.
nothing.
I want a guy that's 6 foot, and you know what? I work very hard in my career. I would prefer a guy to make a nice living, 6 figures. And you know what? Like, I'm very sexual. I have a sexual appetite, and I want to go with 6 inches. Like, I don't want to go with a small pee-pee. If the girl
small pee-pee.
Now, if the girl,
how old are you?
No, but I'm saying if the girl had those standards in her mind is one thing. If you are leading with like, here's my dating rule, you're a piece of shit.
Okay, I'm glad we agree.
Okay,
I actually agree with Rich wholeheartedly here.
What do you mean, damn things Rich won't say out? I'm reading the feedback. Damn things Rich won't say out loud. What could they be? Like things that you wouldn't say out loud.
Or like advertise.
You wouldn't advertise.
Like, yeah.
Like, I don't want my chicks
Like
to
I
have
would.
weird-
It sounds superficial.
Yeah, if I was a single guy and I went on a date with a lovely girl, and I went on a date once with a girl, I'll give you a story, Mark, if you want to hear it.
And it was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
No.
You ever hear that one?
Never heard that.
That could be my favorite expression.
I went on a date with a girl once that was very sweet.
Spot story time for
But
Rich.
she was but she was like, she had very like, she was super hairy. She had very hairy arms, a hairy, like, I feel like she had like fur arms. And like,
I remember this girl.
She was just, and I was like, you know.
She was Latina, right? Or was she a Mexican?
No, she wasn't.
Not Mexican. Italian. Right?
And yeah, she was an Italian girl. And I'm trying to go on a date over here.
And it was the 2000s, so we know she didn't have a penis.
And I don't know if I was like, yeah, listen, she was very sweet, but I just knew I wasn't really attracted to her. She was super hairy, and I don't like hairy girls. She had like fucking like, you know when a girl has like little sideburn action that she has to like
sideburns.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, she's very pretty, but not my type. I'm not gonna advertise
Did
that.
she look like Sideburns lady from the
Guess
Wedding
what?
Singer?
Guess what I wasn't gonna do. I'm not gonna advertise and be like, I'm Rich Davis and I'm a guy that never dates girls that have hair on their arms, because that's ridiculous. I'm just saying there are things that in your mind you don't prefer, but when you advertise it, you're a dick. Right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if they're hairy, but they take care of their hair?
That's one thing, Spot. This girl's on a date and didn't, so come on.
It's got to be realistic about a lot of this stuff. Like when I watch The Bachelorette, I'm very judgy. I'm not going to lie, right? Or The Bachelor.
Yeah.
When I'm watching The Bachelor, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't date these girls.
Right.
And then Jordyn respectfully says to me, and they probably wouldn't date you either. And I'm like, yeah, good point. You didn't have to say that, but you're right.
I mean, Jordyn dates you though, so that says something.
And I'm saying to her, I'm like, why? I think you're way hotter than her.
Yeah.
And you're dating me.
Yeah.
So, but
So you were nice
what
and
she's
she was
saying-
mean.
Yeah. What she's saying though is
Take note.
like, you know, you don't have to be rude about your preferences, you know, and it's true.
Look at
That's
the
what I don't-
schnozzle on her. Like,
Right,
you don't need to be
right.
like, yeah.
In all fairness, it's fun sometimes to make jokes like that. It is, right? But
it's rude.
But it's rude. It is.
Yeah.
But
How soon into the relationship can you see the butthole?
we all have our preferences. There's no denying that.
That's up to
But
you.
are they all superficial preferences? Like when I was out there in the mist and I was single again for the first time, the number one thing on my list was like, if you guys remember, I was like, I just want someone that's kind, that's not going to bust my balls.
You found Jordyn.
You know?
You put it out there.
You'd be amazed how many people.
I mean, they had to have a, dying body.
You'd be amazed how many
But
people
I just wanted a nice person at that point.
are flawed, but you end up loving them because no one's perfect. Except Kurt Hennig, and he died.
Jordyn has the farthest thing from an Italian body.
Yeah, I just was using my brother's
curvy
quote.
and pasty.
Dying body.
So, next story is more of a poll that I saw someone put up on our social media page, and I think Spot and I disagreed immediately, and I disagree with every idiot on this poll.
I gotta find the poll.
I think I agree with Spot. I think I do.
Are you on Los Drogas?
Let's
Don't agree with me.
Well, I gotta see what Rich says. I know it's what you prefer to see a woman in.
It was
right?
what you prefer to see a woman in as the weather breaks, as springtime and summer get closer. It was like sundress, skirt, yoga pants, dress? Like what is your preferred look of a beautiful woman? And the amount of people that are like, sundress. Like, sundress? You ain't seeing leg. You
see the leg. You see the
Depends
jiggle
on the
of
sundress.
You're not thinking
You see like the you can see like the curve
on the right day.
You see the Toblerone tunnel
on the right day. The fabric clings to the cheek. Sometimes it gets up in the cheek.
You see that wiggle. Yeah, I'm with Spot. It's like something about the imagination goes wild.
It's like this.
Yeah, I don't think they look best. It's a corny look, but like you could see more.
I need to fuel up for this conversation because you guys.
I actually agree with Spot. I don't like the look of a sundress. I don't like that look.
What are you?
But I like.
What do you like, pilgrims?
I like I like how you could see the body under the sundress.
Spot, can you and don't be like hot model sundress. Just Google sundresses. And
that's it.
No, you gotta Google like the dress caught in between her ass cheeks sundress.
Because
sundresses.
Because let me tell you, I'm gonna break it down this way before you show the picture, Spot. Yoga pants.
Yoga pants are misleading. Girls could have
yoga pants will give you the
dimply ass cheeks,
but yoga pants will give you
I love
the.
when Kristen puts her cheeks inside.
Yoga pants will give you the.
It's all compressed. You don't know the real deal. You don't get the wiggle of a sundress.
I'll let you choose.
You don't get the jiggle.
I'll let you choose the photo.
Yoga pants will give you.
You say when?
Yoga pants will give you the contour of the butt. Yeah, you might not know if it's smooth or dimply. I get it, but yoga pants give you the contour of the body. Now, a skirt or Daisy Dukes, which were also on this list, a skirt and Daisy Dukes will show you
look at them girl with the Daisy Dukes on.
What the upper thigh to the ankle look like. And you're seeing shiny leg. You're seeing what you got to work with. A sundress, a big flowy dress, get out of here.
You see the legs?
Very little.
You could see the
knee
it depends
down.
on the dress.
See the
knee, what are you watching? You're seeing her knee?
Of the jiggle.
It's usually not an ankle length sundress.
Yeah. I agree with Spot.
Sundresses come to about the bottom third of the thigh.
Yoga pants, you get compressed
just
ass.
above the knee.
Anyone could have compressed ass. You know, moms wear yoga pants.
Wait, what's beautiful?
And
yes.
Daisy Dukes, whatever. You can't really see.
A sundress is like stylish and fashionable. It looks very pretty on a girl. But if you're asking like, what do you want, like to get a look at what she's working with?
I see. You see people in yoga pants every fucking minute.
Show me a sundress, Spot.
I work at a yoga studio. All I see are yoga pants. Oh, you know what I love? Yoga shorts. Sundresses.
Like volleyball girl shorts.
Make it full screen for tier 2. That way we could take a look at like.
Well, pick a sundress.
Pick one and just scroll right. Click on one.
Okay.
And scroll.
I don't like those long ones.
But that's a sundress, dummy. What do you think?
The long flowy ones.
Like,
they're not always long and flowy. Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
like
that's
the girl
a
in
good
the
one.
yellow.
You think
like
that's a
this, or
typical
like this.
sundress we're talking about? That's like lingerie. That looks like lingerie.
No,
that's not
dude.
a sundress.
What are you talking
Sundress
about?
is what?
No.
Okay.
I'm not talking about those long.
Like this?
That's
Is
a
this what you
sundress.
picture?
No,
that's not what I'm thinking of.
That's not what I'm thinking of either.
Yeah.
And it's labeled
not what I'm thinking
sundress.
of. That's fucking lame as hell. No one's talking about that.
Yeah, no one's talking about this.
Me and Spot are thinking about the same thing.
We're thinking about like
Spot.
a
You
short,
think if your wife's like, I bought a sundress, you think she's gonna fucking break out something
like
where her
that.
ass is sticking out?
Yeah.
You're lying.
My wife has a long sundress, actually.
Precisely.
She have a long butt crack,
but it hugs her cheeks.
Oh yeah, see,
so nicely.
Shows no leg or
longer
anything.
the crevice,
I
the
don't
deeper
care.
the cheeks.
It like
Rich is off. See, you're just mad at you're wrong. Raymond Shriver even agrees.
I'm gonna see if
Short
I can find
sundresses.
a picture of
Brad,
my
I
wife.
got better taste than Raymond Shriver. Raymond Shriver's got doo-doo taste, I guess.
You got doo-doo caca finger.
Short sundress? You didn't say short sundress. Brett Maxwell, I agree that short
Because
sundresses
who the
can be
fuck
hot.
is wearing
Like here.
long sundresses?
As I search sundress to try and find this
What
poll,
are you, Judy Tenuta dresses?
this is the meme that comes up, and I completely agree.
Who's wearing long ass dresses in the summertime?
Most women.
Look at this.
No, I never see that
Look
shit.
at this. Look at the meme.
Was she some sort of weird hippie chick?
Can you read the meme?
When the sundress gets caught between her butt cheeks, I need to catch my breath.
And it's a kid taking a little shot of an inhaler.
Oh, you're just
women
when you
wear long
are,
or short sundresses.
when you're walking behind a woman in a sundress, you're waiting for it to get caught between them cheeks. You're like, yoga pants. You see that shit every day. Compressed ass. I'm good with compressed ass. Moms wear yoga pants. Daisy Dukes. I mean, they don't always fit the ass the right way. Sundress. Short sundress, not fucking grandma sundress.
Yeah, what do you say? It's not
Well, you got grandma this conversation up.
I just realized I typed sundress. It showed up in the corner.
I don't know.
I never see hot young women wearing them down to their ankles like that. Hippie, yeah, you're hippie. That's a bohemian dress. You're right, Eric B. Like Rich is thinking like she's like playing an accordion with beads around her neck and shit. Like that's
you're living in a fake world.
We're fucking talking about sexy women shit. You think they're talking about long dresses? Like you're way off.
You're living in a fake
You're
world.
way off. The poll was talking about what women look sexiest in, and you think that they're talking about a long, flowy like grandma dress? You're out of your mind.
Living in a fake world.
Fake world. What is this
I can explain if you want.
Cheek world.
I can explain your fake world.
Wrong.
Your fake world is you're assuming sundress. 1 second. I might have the answer.
Oh, he has the answer.
I always pictured above the knee, and it's hot as hell. It's Stuart Hot Wagner.
Yeah.
Who's married to a beautiful young woman.
Stu knows what's up.
No one's talking about long, flowy dress.
Yes, perfect. I'm good. My wife confirmed.
So it must be fact.
It is. She's a woman.
Yeah. We all know women, and we all see them wearing dresses.
She said that, and I agree.
You're not the only one.
If you're talking about like a 20-something-year-old thin model,
can you tell her where the dress ends?
Aren't we talking about what women look hottest in? So were we supposed to be picturing Big Bertha here? That's exactly what we're all picturing.
No, because every guy here, I can promise you,
we're
not one.
talking specifically about hot women. So no one was picturing her in a fucking old art teacher's muumuu. Okay? No one was picturing Miss Tischler, my fucking grammar school art teacher's dress. Nobody, except for you. Because Sarah said no one was picturing that.
Where the fuck did you pull that out of?
She was my kindergarten art teacher.
Miss Tischler.
Yeah, she wore like pearl necklaces and old lady shit.
Sup, Miss Tischler?
Rich is wrong.
Listen to these dopes.
We're talking about Daisy Dukes, yoga pants, and you think long flowy dresses was the third option? Of course you think everybody's wrong, because you were wrong. We're talking about short sundresses.
Most people,
hot young women.
When most people say sundress, they're talking about when women talk about sundresses, they're talking about maxi dresses.
That's not what anyone was talking about in this conversation ever. So you assumed everyone else was wrong. Meanwhile, you were wrong.
By the way, here are the...
Unless you're a 20-something-year-old...
Who are we talking about? 50-year-old women?
Everyone, yeah. That's what people...
you were not.
Here are the final results of the poll.
Get the fuck out of here. We weren't talking
so
about
sundresses the most, yoga pants next, Daisy Dukes, volleyball
So
shorts.
everyone's wrong but Rich.
Yep.
And the question was...
They're imagining like models in these things.
No,
What is
that's the premise of this
No, the premise is
conversation.
everyday
Were we
women.
supposed to premise like, oh, so we're supposed to be mediocre chicks and like, oh, okay. That's the premise of this conversation now. Like, your fucking neighbor next door. That's what we're supposed to imagine here.
That's the people you see. That's the people you see on a regular basis.
Who would you rather see Mrs. Lovejoy in? Would you rather see Mrs. Lovejoy in a sundress, yoga pants? That's not the conversation. Ever. Ever. Who in this hypothetical was picturing like average,
like when I go to
frumpy girl?
When I go to Duke's in Malibu on a Saturday afternoon in the summer, I don't expect to see old ladies in long dresses. I expect to see
You think hot young girls in
Like
sundresses
young-
or
We're talking about
Dukes?
oiled up.
I don't know.
This
I was
guy
trying
was
to
talking about
figure something
oiled
out.
up, glossy legs.
oiled up,
On
glossy
average
legs.
women, yeah, sure you were.
You get to see more of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what we're all talking about. And you could see that in a short sundress. No one was talking about grandma dresses, ever. No one was ever talking about that. Rich was thinking about Amish dresses. If you're not watching Tier 2, if you're not watching Tier 2, when Spot searched sundresses, granted, maybe there's two kinds, a long kind and a short kind. No one was picturing the long kind in this conversation, except for Rich.
Go to sundress shopping.
Sundress shopping.
And you go to Google.
So
Go to
then
Google.
what's the little ones called? Because that's what every other guy was thinking. What are the short ones
I
called?
mean, that's like a
Like
mini.
here,
like
when I just search sundresses,
they're usually flowy long dresses. That's what a sundress. You're
Not
thinking
what
of
I
like
was picturing.
You're thinking of
Spot,
almost
were
like
you
a.
picturing
You're thinking
that?
of like a little, almost like a lingerie-ish type of like
I'm talking about sundress that a young hot woman would wear.
All right.
all right, here, like, so look at the top. These are, when I search sundress In shop sundresses, this is what comes up. So short, long, long, short, 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 longer, mid thigh, short, 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 longer, long,
So you just
short,
skipped like
short.
3 longs. They're
It's
all
like wearing I wear sun pants.
Short.
There's fucking sun, summer,
Long,
shorts.
short,
It's
short.
short. Why would you assume
Like,
it's
this is
long?
this is what I picture right here.
You think every woman looks like that?
The ditzy floral.
Were we
split
supposed to be
thigh-
picturing like the average person for
Because that's
this?
who people see
here.
on a regular
This
basis.
one, this one right here. This one right
You're
here.
like
This is what I
backpedaling.
picture.
You're talking like shiny hot legs, and you could see this and that. And now you're talking about no, it's not what we were talking about.
This is what I picture.
Here, zoom in on this.
This is what I picture when you say sundress.
I think this is a sundress that Jordan's wearing in this photo. Would you say that's a sundress?
Oh yeah.
Kinda.
Not really. Is it a sundress?
It's a dress.
It's a dress. It's a red. It's not a sundress.
But this to me, this right here is a sundress.
Yeah.
And that is like
Yes.
mid thigh.
That is a sundress to me too. Spot.
So the question
Very
should
sheer,
the question
very
should be
loose. It's summer.
The question
Who's
should be
wearing
what
a
do you want
grandma
what do you
skirt
want
in
the
summer?
question should be what do you want to see a model in?
No, the question always was, who do you want to see the like average person in? Like that was never the question.
I want to see my wife in this dress.
What do you want to see a
She
model
ain't no
in?
model.
Rephrase the question then.
No, because you're the only one that misinterpreted the question, apparently. We all understood. Everybody.
What do you want to see a model in?
I want to see a model
Sundress.
in a bikini.
What do you want to see a regular girl in?
Sundress.
You know what? Let me see what. Let's see if my girl ever wears sundresses. You want to say hi to Jim Ramsey?
Yeah, sure.
If this isn't about this conversation, you're getting
No,
hung
that's
up on.
it. Jim Ramsey
No,
probably
if
has
it's-
the origins of.
if it's not about this conversation, you're getting hung up on.
Renee, this woman Renee is so foolish. Let's see.
You always do claim like you're a woman's fashion expert because you know every term for like every woman's garment.
I thought Renee was a dude.
That's a girl.
Oh.
I think Renee is a dude.
It's a girl on the left in the picture.
I don't know about that.
All right.
But
Jim Ramsey.
What's up, Renee?
This is Jim in Charlotte, where I've lived for 30 years. And the view from the south is you go to any country concert, the hot look on the girls is the sundress down to mid-thigh or top of the kneecap at the most, cowboy boots, cowboy hat for the win.
According
There
to
it
which,
is.
that's not called a sundress.
There it
I don't know what it
is.
is. Whatever it is, that's what I'm talking about. Whatever Jim is talking about is what everyone else is
if
talking
Jim
about.
Ramsey says it, it's got to be true.
Yeah. So now you side with Jim Ramsey?
No, I don't.
Now you love Jim Ramsey?
I
I love
agree.
Jim Ramsey. Spot.
You ruined my Tuesday. I'll never let that go.
Love you, Jim.
Bye, Jim.
1,000%.
Let's go Mets.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Great call.
Jim Ramsey, great guy.
Jim Ramsey, great dude. Jim Ramsey, big Mets fan. See,
Jim Ramsey, big guy. He's almost like in the group of sevens. he's like 6'7". He's like 6'7", 7 figures, 7 inches.
Did you see? You see DeGrom yesterday was just striking at everyone, and Scherzer was telling him what pitches to throw from
I'm
the
talking
dugout.
about DeGrom. I'm talking about that ass. The ass. The ass. What's that porn star's name? With the ass?
Elkie the Stallion?
Cherokee the ass. I'm talking
Cherokee
about.
the ass.
I'm not talking about DeGrom. I'm talking about Cherokee the ass.
That's good. It's a good one.
Cherokee the ass. Lonnie knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's the king of comedy. Bro, I'm sorry, man. I can't hear you spit this nonsense. Because I agree with Spot. It was a preference, but you were wrong about what everyone else was thinking when it came to sundress. I'm not going to say you're wrong for saying Daisy Dukes, but we were never talking about like mediocre woman. We're not talking about Shrek's wife and what she would look good in. We were talking about hot chicks in the summer.
Yeah. Or the only time yoga pants look better is if there's yoga pants that go inside the crack. You know what I'm talking about? You know the ones that like the ones we got, the TikTok leggings.
No, you can't see her legs.
Inside
Dude, I
the
thought
crack.
about this. You want the Daisy Dukes? I was like, oh man, Daisy Duke. You see her eye, like you picture Jessica Simpson in her prime with the oiled up, glistening legs, the cowboy boots,
walking into.
Yeah, right. And then I was like, well, yeah, but in the sundress, you could also see her legs, but you could also see like the jiggle of the wiggle in the sundress. You can't see skin in yoga pants. So my answer was sundress. It's feminine. You can see the shiny legs. You could see the wiggle of the jiggle. It was like the compromise of all the benefits of each.
Renee said she's trying to call in.
Renee's a guy.
Well, Caleb's calling in. I haven't seen Renee call in yet. Is Renee calling the right number? What's up, Caleb?
Hey, guys. So just to clear this whole sundress thing up, my wife, she's 42. She'll buy a sundress, and a sundress is above the knee, normally spaghetti straps, so her shoulders and back are out, shows some cleavage. Same thing with her sisters, all of her friends, same thing. The dress that Rich is calling out, that's the maxi dress, that's a beach dress that's normally a cover-up when they go to the beach and they wear their swimsuit and they put on one of those long maxi dresses to cover everything up. Yeah. So they go to the beach, they rip that off, and they go and swim and everything, and then put it on to go back home. So it's two different dresses. And if you do the searches, you'll see if you're pulling up sundress to search for those, the long ones are called maxi dresses.
Wait, who is this?
Totally different thing.
Caleb
fucking gave you the bull.
That's true. That's right. Because my wife loves maxi dresses, and I'm like, why are you wearing the maxi dress? Sundresses are different. Thank you
love Maxi Priest, right?
I do. Close to you. Great song.
Yeah, great song. I just want to be close to you in that maxi dress. Know what I'm saying? Thank you. Maxi dress, sundress. I think everyone, and maybe they're used synonymously sometimes or whatever, but in this question, I think it was very clear that no one was talking about that. Everyone was thinking sundress, short above the knee. So that's why I was agreeing with Spot.
Like if it were this.
Oh my God, she was so dynamite.
Oh, that's the bikini. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but
that's
Jessica
Simpson's best
Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson in her prime was Dolomite.
Oh, those are jeans. God,
she probably had a little bit of a flatty though, but in that time she was
Jessica Simpson. You know, it's sort of like a rude thing to say, but she was like it's hard to usually identify someone's best moment of their life physically.
Oh, it's definitely this video.
And for Jessica Simpson, it's the shape she got in for Dukes of Hazzard. Mm-hmm. And I think, sadly, she's gone on record saying like she was the most unhappy during that time.
So did Zac Efron. Remember he said that?
He was the least happy when he was all ripped.
When he did Baywatch, he said he had no soul.
Renee's on the line.
What's up, honey?
All right, first of all, dude, I'm a guy.
See, I told you. I know he's a guy. I'm fucking with him. I mean, people have said that for weeks, Spot. I'm just trying to rile him up. What's up, Renee?
Oh, nothing much, man. So, all right. So the thing is with me, when I think of a sundress, this is just me back in my college days. The first day of spring, I remember walking across the quad. Sundresses were for spring. Yoga pants were for fall. When it got too cold to wear a dress, girls put on the yoga pants.
Yeah, so I eliminated that from my thought process in this conversation. Mm-hmm. I agree with him. Everyone that voted sundress was all thinking short. No one was thinking that Mrs. Roper shit.
Oh, I thought it was the Mrs. Roper, Stanley Roper Saturday brunch sundress.
No.
Oh, I stand corrected. All right, thank you, Renee. Thanks for the support, buddy. Do people really think I thought Renee was a girl?
Yes.
For weeks and weeks, people are like, it's a dude. And I'm just fucking with it. It's like when you have to explain your joke, fucking ruins it. All right, everyone, I know Renee's I know. Okay.
Stu Hotwiener says...
Stu Hotwiener.
I mean Wagner. I say Wiener respectfully because he's fucking got that hot wiener.
I'm glad Caleb...
He says there's a mini, sun, and maxi, and we're talking about the mini. And I think that's evident.
I'm glad Caleb pointed out the difference and jogged my memory because, yes, those long dresses, I distinctly remember Kristen saying they're maxi dresses. The maxi dress. The ones that like kind of hug your body all the way down to your feet. And then the sundress.
Rich is so proud of because he's knowledgeable in this in women's garments.
So knowledgeable.
The one time he was wrong, he's like real mad about it.
So knowledgeable.
You are knowledgeable in it. So when you don't get it right, you're really angry and you're burping on the air.
I think I was just confusing what you guys categorize as sundress. And if you're going to say short ones, of course, a short.
Why would long ones ever be part of this?
Because what do you see more in public?
But why would that even be part of this poll? If we're talking about what we'd rather see women in.
And I didn't think I guess I misinterpreted the poll as
like,
what do you rather see your women in? You're not like, what do you want to see hot models in? What do you want to see your women in? Like everyone's wives and neighbors and people at the mall, at the store. Like what do you think looks better? And for me, in public, not when you're Google imaging hot sundress and some beautiful model comes up. Of course, that picture Spot pulled up. I don't think you could find something that's hotter because that girl is hot. It's Spot, that picture with the
this one?
Yeah. If that's the answer for sundress, everyone's gonna vote sundress 20 times. I just feel as though
she's got nice stems.
That's what
nice perky titties.
But if you see that every day, but you don't see that every day. That's all.
But even if it was a girl with a fat ass and just a fat ass, what would you rather see that fat ass in?
I'd love to see
that because it would
honestly,
leave it to the imagination a little
bit. I'd love to see Kristen in this dress. Let me buy
I thought guys were voting on sexy ankles.
I'll buy that for
her. We gotta go.
That's $59.
Time's a wasted.
At Lulu's.
Time's a walking. Time you ain't no friend of mine. I don't know where I'm going. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We will see.
I have a couple more stories for tomorrow. But we'll to be continued.
Enjoy your puppy on National Puppy Day.
The Smut Thursday. And what a day to be a Miami Dolphins fan. For all the Dolphins fans, I don't know many Dolphins fans.
Huge moves.
Nicole's husband, Matt, huge Dolphins fan.
Marie Rodriguez.
Is she a real Dolphins fan or like I'm a girl Miami Dolphins fan?
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's her
Janelle
city.
Marie Rodriguez.
Dan Marino.
My buddy Jerry growing up. My buddy Gmo.
Who else do you know is a Dolphins fan? I feel like I'm forgetting one of our dudes or one of our pals that's a Dolphins fan.
Sophia Beverly's always trying to save the Dolphins.
She's a Dolphins fan.
Who is a Dolphins fan? Yeah, it's rare. You don't know many Dolphins. Yeah, but everyone's got one Dolphins fan friend because they loved Marino as a kid.
I do agree with you. I feel like we're forgetting.
We're forgetting like the primo Dolphins fan. Like one of our listeners is like, how can you? Oh, Mauser's a Dolphins fan.
There it is.
That's who it is.
Like
How in the world?
Like here she is.
Oh,
out
just
and
fucking
about,
with your
about
mouth.
trying to save the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Mauser.
Spot's a big Melons fan.
Mauser, Dolphins fan. How did I forget
Spot's
that?
all about saving the melons.
Save the melons.
But if you're a Dolphins fan, honestly, you got a new coach. You got Raheem Mostert. You got Tyreek Hill. Yo, shit's about to be pretty cool for Miami.
Save the melons.
I got to back Rich up on this, though, and it's stating the obvious. We've never seen an offseason with these kind of names, these caliber of names.
We went to Fox on Sunday, and we're like, yo, do you guys expect, should we be doing March Madness stuff? And every producer and executive or anyone important was like, no one cares. Talk about football off-season. Football off-season, people want to talk about more than live sports.
It's incredible.
Football wins.
Tyreek Hill is a Dolphin.
Every time. All right, we'll see you guys mañana. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.